Hello, fair listener. Welcome and thank you for following our journey on metagaming by Rum Propelled Gaming. Fair warning, sometimes we are not safe for work, and others not safe for real life. Journey forth at your own risk. Now let's dive right back into Tarath through the campaign Alilopolis.
Market kind of just disappeared.
Yeah,
I'll stay with you, Josh, saying the F-150. I got you.
the first truck was 1896, apparently, and
Oh, the Model T.
this is a
well,
truck, and it was
Model T was a
Mercedes. The Model T was a truck?
The Model A was a car, the Model T was a truck.
What?
What?
Yeah, truck bed.
Wait. So you calling an El Camino a truck?
Pretty much.
That
I
is
guess.
a big debate, sir. I will get
Technically, it's
into
a
that
Ute.
What's a Ute?
You are not wrong.
El Camino.
El Camino.
There you go.
And what's an El Camino?
A Ute?
one. What?
And what's a Ute?
An El Camino?
What is the technical term? It is a personal utility vehicle.
Oh.
That's not what Ute stands for, but I think that's how
Well,
they
yeah, I
describe
don't.
the El Camino. El Camino. You know, Cadillac had a version of the El Camino.
Huh?
They did, but there was like super few made.
Is
Yeah.
it like the English name for Camino? So it'd be the and then insert English word for Camino.
Path. That's what it means. El Camino in Spanish is the path.
Path. Okay.
Wasn't it called the El Dorado? Wasn't that
The truck.
Cadillac?
No, that's a city of gold.
Yeah, but wasn't that what they called the?
I'm
Cadillac.
pretty sure there's a Durango.
I do know
Yes.
what you're talking about, an El Dorado, I thought.
I
Too.
thought that was a truck. And I thought it was a Chevy. Chevy El Dorado.
Cadillac El Dorado. And it was...
GMC got into that game too.
and it was also...
I didn't really get into it until the 80s, and
Nextel.
they had the Rampage, and then by that time it was dead.
the true path of ADD people.
Yeah, we were talking about space travel like a minute ago.
I was looking at that.
I mean, aren't we like a Type .8 civilization?
Yeah,
Oh.
so Ute
Or
just
like-
stands for utility vehicle.
I forget when those classifications, but I know what you're talking about.
Well, like it's 1 through 5, and it's just how well you can harvest the resources and utilize them.
We're at point
Like,
eight.
well, yeah, 1 is like a full utilization of your planet.
What's a 5?
Your
Dyson sphere.
universe / multiverse, I think.
So we're a failure.
No.
We're not even a
No.
one.
I could have told you that.
No,
You said
it's
the
just
scale was 1 through 5. We're at point 8, therefore we failed. We're not even on the scale.
no. It's not necessarily like a test, but it's more of a classification of like how far progressed you are.
Okay, but
And then
who the
there's
fuck
certain
came up with it?
barriers. It's more of sci-fi.
I was gonna say
Science
because
fiction.
who the fuck's coming up with this?
People
Why is
with
there
way
scientists
too much
wasting time
time.
with this?
This is science fiction stuff, but
Okay. 42.
21.
The answer of life? Isn't it 45?
42. No, it's 42.
Okay.
So, the El Camino was defined as a coupe utility muscle car.
Yeah.
Came out in 1950 or 1959 for
And the
Go
Model A and the Model T came out in 1929, to be clear.
but Ford did hit it first with the Ranchero,
Yeah, they did.
but it was designed for a family vehicle / working vehicle.
Wasn't it a 3-speed?
I don't remember.
Not all of them. I'm sure there was something else other than that.
My 75 is an automatic, so
A coupe utility is a vehicle with passenger compartment at the front and an integrated cargo tray at the rear, with the front of the cargo bed doubling as the
Oh.
rear of the passenger cab.
Josh.
So basically, it's like a unibody truck.
Nep doesn't have a last name.
Oh, okay.
So are we
I'll
going
just
to
keep
call
it simple.
a station wagon a Ute as well?
Fun
No.
fact: the El Camino actually uses the same frame as the Chevelle.
I thought that. They look very similar, except one has a truck bed.
And the El Camino has like a 10-inch longer wheelbase, doesn't it?
And if you take the bed off of the El Camino, you can see where the back seats would bolt onto it.
That is very interesting.
So known as the mullet of vehicles.
Talking about cars, talking about Chevelle. I just want my GTO.
I
wanna
just saw
challenge
a El Camino today.
Are pretty useful. I mean, I won't lie. Like, that's the whole purpose of having
Whoa.
something like that. What?
So wait a minute.
Wait, is it just me or is Josh cutting out?
Oh, he went full on robot.
Oh,
Yeah.
Does that
Okay.
mean like
sorry.
an avalanche is technically in the same category as a Ute? Or as an El Camino? Because the avalanche's bed was part of like the cab.
Is Shia gonna be here to?
No.
I don't have an answer to that question about the avalanche.
Okay, so wasn't Shia like the main talking point of
Both
we're the captain?
were in my particular.
But she took the role
She did take the role.
of,
I would.
and then it's just gonna be weird that now she's standing there and now the underling is talking again.
Well,
I
if
just
you
Maybe
wasn't
she
here last
faints?
if you recall where exactly we left off, I can give you a little bit of a recap for those that are sticking around. If you guys are
Coming
all
in.
ready, and I think it looks like we're all here. So,
I'll talk to y'all later.
yep.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Oh, he left before I got my words in.
Yeah. So you guys were at the top of the tower in the middle of the fissure that is opened up in the middle of Gargant, and had just got eyes on the cake, Memay, and most of your other crew there, but the Memay specifically was waiting until the path was cleared, and Thea, Nep, and Shia, as well as Kat, had kind of run forward to get rid of, for the lack of a better term, of the teleportation that was happening with the pentagrams on the floor and at the top of the tower here, as the big bad wakes up, walks out, and it starts greeting Shia and some of the others that were talking. So Memay, Frederick, and Hamilton, you guys were at the back of the room on the north side of this area, and she had walked to the south to talk to him more directly. And you can hear them talking, but you guys are far enough away that some of the words are missed. But Nemp, if you remember exactly what you were talking about, meta knowledge wise, I would say that you
we
guys
were
could have-
talking about being our own.
being your own.
Okay, so we first start off like, oh hey, no, we are a part of the PNC, and then Shia kind of took over and was like, yeah, I'm the captain. We're this own sect.
The
And
wish.
then when you guys are coming up, pretty sure Kat, Nep, Kat was going to use the torque, and Nep was probably going to mentally message people to like catch them up to speed, so you don't just come up and be like, oh, fighting.
So
Well,
you
we
guys-
were still going to fight, but we hopefully get a surprise round or something along those lines.
Right. You guys are welcome to do that. But I would ask, I think Nep, you'd done the last one, and it was Hamilton. Technically, I should have reminded you and refreshed your mind here a little bit. A while back, you hadn't gotten to being able to tell a time you ascended some stairs from your past. was a prompt that you had missed to
Is
potentially
that
get?
All right,
just
someone
me,
pull
or-
the taser off of him. I can't understand him.
I'm wondering if you should like hang up and rejoin Josh.
Okay, I'll try.
Josh, are you downloading some games?
Hello.
I'm sorry, I'm on McDonald's Wi-Fi, you know. Or, sorry, just downloading 3 terabytes of porn. Or, what, games? You know, the good old...
None of
But
those.
McDonald's Wi-Fi scares me more than the porn downloading the porn.
Josh, we only caught about none of those.
Okay. Did you catch at least a little bit of recap that I gave for before you started in there, Nep?
Oh, yeah. I mean, recap is also pretty sure for everybody else also.
Yep.
To catch them up.
Yeah, I
Yes, we
just
got the recap.
I think where you were starting to cut out was Warren's turn.
I was
Like,
talking.
Nep shared Warren's turn and then just started bugging out.
Okay, I was talking about. Am I coming through clearly? By the way, now.
Yes.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, so I was referring. I think what you're talking about is Frederick, Memay, and Hamilton are in the back of the room. That was the recap point that I was talking about. But I did mention that Hamilton. I think this may be what you're referring to. Actually, is Hamilton. You had gotten a prompt a few sessions ago now. That was a time you ascended some stairs, but hadn't been able to come up with something in time. So I was giving you the chance to grab for that inspiration again.
Just a quick flashback to when we were climbing the stairs up this tower. And the whole time I was thinking, damn, it's hot. But I know at the end of this day, I will find my love.
Perfect.
Oh no, that's it. You're muted.
That's corny as shit, bro.
We're just speechless to your excellent story writing.
I just realized corny as shit has a double meaning.
Aha!
Why did you have to say that?
Because it just struck me, and I have ADHD, so if I
Has a
didn't say
triple
it, I
meaning
would
if you know
lose.
Hamilton's backstory.
I don't want to think about it, please. Spare me.
Ooh.
That'll be in the second podcast we're hosting. It's a little bit hotter than this one. No, just kidding.
The PG-13 version.
Oh, are we allowed to drop one F-bomb?
All right.
God.
But we have to use it wisely.
Per season.
Per season?
Oof.
If you want to keep it PG-13.
Oof.
Oh, I didn't know it's per season. Thought it'd be like per movie or once a movie.
Well, if you're talking movies, then yeah, you have one per movie.
Are we considering one session a season? Because, I mean, like, I could pound out like a 12, 30-minute episodes in about 3-4 hours.
I'm sure
4
I've
hours.
exceeded our entire 100-season lot.
Oh, man. Why are you already using all future F-bombs? I could use plenty.
I mean, we could always censor.
It's also
Yeah.
mainly we're explicit, guys. Just so you know. We're not.
Oh, okay.
Fuck yes! We had that big old R across our fucking heads.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. But
So,
that was the recap then of what I was going to do this time around. Just a short little one to remind you guys where the heck you are. And your ultimate goal, obviously, was to demolish the tower in the center of Gargant and rid it of the evil that's been bursting forth from hell. That's here, which you're finding out. And you did slightly overhear Frederick, Memay, and Hamilton the fact that there is a group that refers to themselves as the Professional Necromancy Cult, and that they are one of the head members has been risen from the dead, and is currently conversing with Shia down the way, and she's mentioned that they're going to transfer some more information to you. It sounds like what's important there, Nep, I guess, and Kat, since you guys both have means to communicate without words, which was your plan.
Yeah, so the big bad don't catch wind that we are full of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Right away.
And it looks like
That was the main.
everyone.
With a name like Professional Necromancy.
No, that's their name.
Yeah, but
We
yeah,
just
but,
came up
I
with
mean,
our own
they're
stuff.
full of shit, so I don't think we're going to be that hard to blend in.
Wow.
So you, Memay, Frederick, and Hamilton all have. Does everybody have control of their character? Because I don't think you three, in particular, though, had been loaded into this campaign and been able to
Yeah.
move. But currently, you
I
guys have
don't
free
know if I can
movement too.
see my character.
Okay, let me see if I can do something about that.
I know.
I don't see anybody.
Thank you.
Oh, there we go.
Did you scroll out and do that whole number?
You have to scroll in and out a couple times. At least I have to.
Oh, so now I
Okay,
see Nap. I see
Make
Shia.
sure. So
You said the back of the
never
room.
mind.
Do you mean like the south?
This this
The north?
up here,
Big dicks and big.
north.
Ah, okay. Ah, there I am.
Yep.
Haha. Well, this is a big room. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And you guys do have free movement to maneuver around.
We're not currently in combat.
No.
It was at this point mostly negated, and you're seeing as you guys
Lots of dead things.
are kind of talking.
I mean, it's the
Ashley-
power of the bards of like, hey, chill out for a second.
Ashuma approaching Shia and waiting. Lead on, dear Shia. And
Oh no.
That's
Are you
right.
gonna-
She was like the doing everything right now.
Are you gonna act as Shia for the moment?
Yeah, Shia doesn't say anything at this particular instance and just nods, looks intently at Nep and Kat, who she'd been making eyes at before to convey any messages that needed to be conveyed.
Okay, so I think at this moment is when, well, through this time, I should have been sending message to let you guys know of the situation. But now that you're here, I will officially, in words, send the message. Unless if Kat wants to.
Yeah, I was gonna say if we're doing it over the Torg, I can do it, so that way I don't have to speak.
Yeah, well, I figured the torque would still make noise, wouldn't it? Or message, I think, can only send to one though. It's either one or.
Yeah, so I'm gonna maybe there we go. I'm gonna hop down and just kind of like hide behind this altar so I'm not in plain sight. And I'm gonna relay the message to who am I sending this message to? Just the ones that aren't standing directly with us.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna relay the message to them about what's going on.
Josh, I can move these humanoids.
You can what? Move the humanoids.
Yeah, I don't know why I can do this, but I can.
Huh. I must have copied your character to make that token somehow. That's interesting. Just those two?
Yeah, just those two. They're the only ones that have names for me, but there's I don't know if I should have names for other people.
I've been trying to do that, but it doesn't seem to work out too well. So these guys were like here, right?
Oh, I put them back to where they were.
Oh,
so-
okay. Perfect. Yeah, just thanks for letting me know. I'll try to remember that for the future.
Yeah, I tried to move my character and I just clicked on one and pulled it, and I was like, "Whoa, I'm not supposed to be able to do that."
I won't worry about it now, but I'll remember that in the future. So, what's the message being relayed here?
Don't fight the big dude.
Don't fight the big dude. We're talking him down.
Yeah.
He's becoming our friend
Well,
at the moment.
Yeah, I thought we agreed. Like,
I feel
well,
like that's just generally good advice.
Don't
uh,
attack the big dude at the moment.
Does come around with him as you guys are walking up and says, "Go into the corner, you useless pieces of shit." And you see her like cringing in her face, but holding it together to pretending to be in charge. You know,
She yells this at
everyone to get into like she points into this corner to the far left of the room.
far left of the room.
Far northwest.
I think you should phrase it better than we are talking them down.
Well, we aren't dicking them down.
Because I
That's my
really-
other character.
I really want to challenge that with like a intimidation roll or something.
Shia said
Is
that.
you're gonna attempt
shit,
to out
okay, I
charisma a bard.
intimidation.
Do
I guess
it.
Intimidation does come from.
I'm just going to like continue to be. I'm gonna stealthily like hide behind the altar.
What's
Not on that
intimidation
side.
space stat?
Not on that side.
Charisma.
That was lava.
Oh, that's right. That's not carpet. And I'm still exhausted, but I'm going to sneaky sneak. Where do I want to sneak? I guess I'm just gonna crouch down behind this.
Okay. Yeah, no, you don't even have to crouch. You're a chicken. That thing is at least 2.5 feet high.
Okay, so do I roll a stealth?
Yes, you would.
I'll stand in front of you.
Ooh, 18. I'm a sneaky chicken.
If
That's a sly
if
cock.
I stand in front of her, can I assist?
Yes, but then you would can see Shia kind of getting a squinty eyebrow and trying to direct you towards that side of the room that she said without saying anything else.
You said the
Even
northwest
farther.
corner.
Yeah, not you, Cat, Frederick, because Shia can't see Cat currently. It looked like Cat went
I know,
that way.
that's why I was trying to stealth, because I was like, okay, she can order all the ones she can see, but if I just hide here real nice like...
Yeah, Shia can obviously still see you, Frederick.
Okay, I see. I'm just kind of confused.
Nep
on
will
the
go
situation
cower in a
that's
corner.
Going down.
For now,
Oh, okay.
just
Did I miss a session? Was there a session of just talking?
No.
'Cause I remember making it to this room.
No, I think you had to leave early that night.
Maybe.
no.
And
When
then,
we
like,
did
after
this
you left, we
session,
started talking.
Oh no, that's right. Didn't we cancel a session?
well, this session we did like finished up the fighting in the room, and then there was the boss at the end. There was only like 4 minions left, and then finished that up, and then went to go to the boss.
Now recording.
But
Yeah, fuck you.
it was
Fucking
towards
Frank.
the end that we talked him down.
Late.
Yeah.
Before it like got really
And there
gory.
was a session that Memay, for Hamilton, and Frederick did miss because you guys were not there at that session.
The last
Hi.
one.
Yes,
I
if I
remember getting
remember
to this
correctly,
room.
it was.
And then whatever happened after we got to this room, I do not remember.
I remember getting
was
to this room and then smashing 2 guys with my hammer, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Oh, sir.
Yeah,
And Thea, Bird Thea, alights on a branch next to you there, Frederick, at the
Oh.
moment. As a sparrow, you had seen, not seen her change, but you're quite sure this is her with some of the similar markings of some of her other animals that she changed into. They don't seem to understand rules. That's fine. We can have our conversation here as long as the cake is clear. We agreed with this fine, sir. She's gesturing towards the large 25-foot tall skeleton she is. And Sir Ashima, yes, you can refer to me as Ashima, that is fine, is going to partake in our wish ritual. And her eyes get really big at this, and looking only at you guys, and turns back to him with a great big smile on her face, and her eyes go back to normal, to come up with the stipulations upon the wish for any potential badness that might come to term with it. As we are the wish faction, and that is our realm inside of the PNC that we wish to inhabit, more or less.
I see what you did there.
She's just gesturing around profusely, making a big show of it, but then kind of takes a step back. If you will, Lord Ashima. And he steps up to the cake, and he's looking at it, and he looks over at the rest of the group that's moved away. Where did you go, Memay?
I'm in front of the cake.
Did you? Did you not move?
Yep. Nope, I sneaked up to it. That's mine. That's my cake.
Is this
Wait, is that your character?
It's under. Yeah, I didn't realize because there was a thing here too. I was looking at.
Yeah.
That's.
So I'm assuming they're on the other side of the cake from me, because I'm real small and I can hide real easy.
Could you roll me a stealth, I guess, if you wanted to?
Uh-huh.
Be sneaky.
I also have a... I don't think this counts for this. Halfling nimbleness. Naturally stealthy. You can attempt to hide even when you are obscured only by a creature at least one size larger than you. But yeah, I will roll a stealth. 17.
Okay. Let me see real quick. Do you want to describe how you're trying to stand blatantly in front of this cake and be sneaky, or?
But I'm on the other side of the table from the people that are talking right now, right?
No, you're right next to. They came around the other side because on the other side of the altar is a lava pit, and you can hear the flowing lava just clunk, 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 and feel the heat in the room.
Past
Oh
the
yeah,
weird
we were
lightning
talking about
stuff.
pushing or polymorphing him and then tossing him into the lava.
Oh, that's lava?
Oh no, she was gonna polymorph him into a bouncy ball and put him in her pocket.
Yeah,
And she's just gonna have a demonic
Um,
bouncy ball.
Yeah, I thought we were
wasn't
talking
here for
about like
this.
dipping him in lava though to like murder him.
Yeah, but as soon as he takes damage, he
Yeah,
unpolymorphs.
that's why
And-
we need to dip him in a big enough lava pit. Just
but
something.
I was gonna say, yeah, will that kill him? Is that strong enough to kill him?
Is he resistant to or immune to lava?
He's living in hell, I'm
He's not
guessing.
resistant to smite.
I see. I had to turn around.
I don't think
There's-
he's resistant to fall damage.
Meta talk
We'll
Uh,
have Squall just fly up and drop him.
over. What was it that you were doing there, Memay?
There's ups and downs to this like view. Sorry, I was just turning around because now I see what you're talking about. So I was only staring at the cake, and so everything else is kind of dark, and so like I didn't see anything.
Yeah.
Okay, so I know this is my cake. It's mine. I got it on my birthday, and it was taken from me by obviously people associated with this dude. I haven't really been listening,
With the
for the
bank
past.
PNC. It's just a front.
You haven't
Yeah.
been listening. Go on.
Yeah, and so I've been listening to what's going on. I've been pretty fixated on this cake because I've been looking for it for a very long time. And so I'm gonna look him straight in the eye, and then turn around. I don't know how tall I am in comparison to this table. Like, how tall is the table?
Oh, it's a 4.5 table. So
Oh,
it's-
so like
it's
the
like-
cake is
it's-
at my face.
yeah, it's an altar, so it's not quite a table. A table would be a little
Yeah,
bit
me and the
small.
cake are face height.
Pretty
right?
much.
So like, the table is pretty much my height. I'm looking at the cake, and I'm just gonna, if I can manage this, look him in the eye and lick the cake.
Not blow out the
Like
candle
as
that's
a-
on top.
Oh, well. Oh, is it still lit?
Mm-hmm.
AF.
Oh, I didn't
Knew that was
realize that. I
coming.
figured it'd be out by now. Yeah. I'm gonna look him in the eye, turn. Okay, so that changes it. Sorry. I'm gonna look him straight deadpan. I'm gonna turn, blow out the candle, and then lick the cake. You know, like claim possession of it.
What's your wish?
Ooh.
Ooh.
And roll a. Actually, I will have him roll this. You don't need to do anything.
Oh man. What is my? How complicated can my wish be?
Did that come through? It came through way too many times. Nope, he lost. Complicated. It's gotta be.
Yeah.
It's gotta be at least something that you can conceptualize rather than verbalize, at the very least. So you can be as, I guess, complex as you'd like. It's a wish.
Ooh.
You're basically picturing this, whatever this wish is, and making it. And depending upon how it's interpreted by the powers that be, that's what happens.
Ooh.
This sounds like one of those things where it doesn't turn out how you want it to.
Risky.
Super genie in a lamp style.
So I can't wish for 10 more wishes.
Just wish for a ring of 3 wishes. That's a thing, right?
Is he granting the wishes, or is it the cake that's granting the wishes?
It's the cake.
You can't ask the cake questions. God damn it. I mean, you could try to ask the cake questions.
Great correction.
Cake questions.
I'm surprised you didn't have
So I
something
feel-
prepared.
Is the
What kind
cake
of
a
cake?
lie?
I didn't,
Let
I
me
didn't
ask
know
that
if I would ever
question.
get to this
What
point. So
kind of
I know
cake
what I
is it?
want.
It's a lie, that's what it is.
That is the only answer. I know what I want, but I feel like that's not going to help us in the campaign. And if I ask for what I actually want,
Is this what Olivia wants, or is this what Memay wants? That would be the
this
question.
is what Memay wants.
Well
Olivia
then.
wants a solution to the lava castle pit,
Well then.
right? Memay
Do
wants
what
a hat.
Memay would want.
Exactly. Exactly.
Do what
Memay-
Memay would want.
Yeah, it's way more fun that way. That's why Warren exists as a character.
Memay wants a real fancy magical explorer's hat, sort of like Indiana Jones, that imparts. So it's magical, right? And so it gives a measure of protection, not just to me, but to the members in my party that I'm with. Maybe more of a measure to me, but like anyone who I claim to be in my party is also, under the umbrella of the magic that the hat possesses.
So you're getting a protective fedora, because you said like Indiana Jones, and I know it's going to take it literally. Never mind.
Wait, who's Indiana Jones?
Well, okay.
Does he have his own scrolls?
Yeah, like a flat brimmed. It has to have a brim because I want it to shade me from the sun and the rain, and I want it to be waterproof. But
But you went to the Prometheus school of running away from things. Like the boulder scene. If you're getting chased, you just have to run in a straight line.
Until you get away from it.
In place of the cake, as your tongue is about to touch it, you're tasting leather. And you look back, and on the altar is a hat.
I'm gonna grab the hat, put it on my head.
Wool! He's just flabbergasted.
I dazzle the big
Stunned.
bad with my handsomeness. I look so fetching. Can I roll a performance for that?
Yeah.
It's not going to go very far, but I want to try to dazzle them with how fetching I look in my new hat. Oh, I got a 17.
Oh yeah.
Twinkle, twinkle.
And he's still just kind of trying to catch his bearings, like and
Cake!
Hey.
she I thought my internet's doing pretty good today.
Oh, you said something. You ruined it.
Yeah, I know, right? I know, right?
Everybody be prepared.
Quick, while he's gone, adjust everything.
Continuing on this little thing.
How many plans of Shia's did I just ruin?
All of them.
I mean, she
Tell
was
me
gonna
whenever-
turn him into a bouncy ball and keep it as a pet or kill it.
Yeah.
So
Please tell me every time you put it on the hat,
Can
you
she
hear,
still do that?
you hear a whip crack in the distance.
So she rolled a nat 1 on the fact that I was going to lean into some other deceptions here, but I think what actually might have happened in place of that, because whatever she said, he's not buying, and she just walks up to you, Memay, and has like the most horrid look on her face as she like smacks you in the face.
I get protection from the
This
hat.
is going perfectly.
But not from your own party. You said the party gets protection,
I said, oh yeah, that's true. I said the party also gets protection from the hat. It's not just me.
right?
So I'm not protected from my own party. Man. Harsh.
Yep. See, that literality is already coming back to bite you. Literality. I just made a word.
A 17. So that's a 24 to hit, I'm assuming, would hit
oh goodness.
with a 5 bludgeoning damage, it looks like.
Yeah, I only have 18 armor class. That hits.
Okay. Now we're back on track. And she moves forward, slaps you in the face, and tells you to get over there with the rest of them. I'm sorry.
Scallywags.
I'm sorry, Lord. I'm sorry. It took us so long to make this particular cake. It might take us a few decades longer. And he's, well, better get at it. And he just claps his hands. And next thing you guys know, you're outside of the top of the lava tower in the fissure again.
Oh, he just banished us?
Just
Like, all right, I'm done with these guys.
That's good.
Clap on! Clap on.
And we're going to have to use a bit of some imagination here because I did not prepare that map.
Imagination.
He was not prepared for these shenanigans.
Mm-mm.
Ah, that means we win.
Didn't we run up here, Warren says to the party, didn't we run up here away from undead? Do we have to deal with those now?
No, you guys are outside of the lava tower. You guys are in the
Oh,
fissure.
for fuck's sake.
You guys
Yay.
are right at the entrance, or rather exit, from the backside of the moon temple, just before entering the fissure, essentially.
Here's an idea. How about we fight the boss next time? That goes for both campaigns.
And also laying at your guys' feet is right after you guys had poofed into this spot, right, one contract with what looks like every single one of your actual names on it. Somehow he's acquired this information already, and it's just an extensive, what looks like you're reading, even in the common speak, words that you don't know or understand.
It is
And-
so smartly written, our illiterate asses can't understand it.
And there is also right above your names in nice, well-written, swishing font, Wish Guild, PNC, and then what looks like an official seal by him. So you guys are now part of the professional necromancy cult.
All right.
I'm not okay with this. Frederick.
So we won.
I'm still down here in this pit.
I
Oh yeah, chicken does. They don't know chicken's there.
Oh, he doesn't know I'm here. Fuck! I'm trapped.
No,
I'm trapped too.
you guys are. I did not move you on to another map. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
I was like, oh, he
Just
didn't teleport me
scaring
because
everybody.
he didn't know I was here.
No.
That would be funny, but horrifying.
Yeah, no.
Truthfully, what happened?
It was.
That's the spin-off, the stories of the cat named Chicken.
Very
Chicken
much
named Cat.
the case that I just did not expect it to go this way this quickly and have a map prepared to go back down there from Roll20. Everything would have been great if I was still in Astral, but I did not have enough time to prepare that other map again.
With this group, we would be able to make a 4-dimensional object go sideways.
So you guys are in the fissure.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Wait, wouldn't a 4-dimensional object be able to go sideways anyways? Because that's one of the dimensions.
Go inside of itself.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Man, that could be a conversation.
Yep. So you guys are all at the entrance to the fissure. What you doing?
Are we in Imagination Land?
We are very much in imagination. land.
I am not at the entrance to the fissure.
Correct.
No, we're in Imagination Land. We
So
are
have to
imagining
This is
we're at the-
this is something.
Should we
This is something-
take a long rest? I saw a lot of dead things. Does the party need to rest?
Everyone.
I do have a level of exhaustion.
I used some spell slots.
I could use a long rest.
Let's
Is-
rest.
I was gonna say, is there a safe place for us to rest?
I'd have a beer.
You guys are looking around you two while you're talking about this and noticing that above you is about late afternoon, and the green of Elmar is still out faintly, but you know that in a few hours it will be night. And Yggdrasil, the red, will come out.
Oh,
I got that backwards. Elmar, Elmar is the road, and Yggdrasil is green. Green, sorry. Red and green. Elmar is red, and Yggdrasil is green. I was switching back and forth between German in my head. Apologies.
It's tight.
Not far off.
Yeah, it's not.
Okay, so while everybody's resting, I'm gonna play the piece that the librarian allowed me to have. Just kind of practice, play for everybody
Wait, what do you mean by play?
on an instrument.
Which instrument?
Violin.
What kind of a piece is this? Can you
Uh,
introduce it? Who's the composer? What's the style? What age was it written in?
None of that information was on the sheet music. It was just sheet music, and I was interested.
Okay. Fair enough.
I cannot copyright claim it.
So
I
it
do
sounds
not
like
know the
sheet
name.
music.
You can
Sheet music?
roll performance to see how that goes, if you'd like. But also, though, I would say that everybody was talking about taking a rest, but no one said
Yeah,
anything
yeah.
about making a watch.
Watching.
So are you guys all going to sleep all at once?
Frederick will take first watch because he's kind of upset about being like unwillingly like put into a cult.
Oh, I was okay with taking first watch since I was playing the music. Oh shit! Drop the twigs.
I mean, we could take a dual first watch.
Okay, that works.
There are still, depending
Or
upon
I'll
how you
just
break up.
take- I'll take second watch while you. No, I
Eight.
still need 6 hours. Huh.
There's 8 hours of a evening, or night rather, the long rest
Okay.
cycle.
Well, it's 2 hours of light activity, and 6 hours of rest, right? Whoa. I'll take last watch then.
Hamilton has already dozed off.
Okay. So, if you wouldn't mind
You are muted, babe.
rolling a perception for me, since you've already volunteered for first watch there, Frederick, and others are dozing off. And then you can just wake up whoever you feel like.
Perception, you said?
Yep.
Holy shit! Natural 20.
Nice. So
Nice.
as you're sitting there and your friends have all easily gone to snoring slumber, you can tell that they've had a long day, and you can feel it wearing on you as well, but the surroundings and calmness of the evening is finally bringing down your blood pressure so that you could potentially go to sleep in an hour or so. And you watch as the sun, Mycopolis, sets over the horizon, and you see the green disappear just before that, and the red on the left side of the horizon and on the right side of the horizon as the moon reflects it back and is capturing it, and you go, Inktos is... Just got these backwards again, didn't I? I keep thinking that
Mustachio's yelling at you.
Elmar
Hi.
is particularly bright this evening. As you watch it rise a couple notches in the sky, you see a nice shower of shooting stars across the slowly changing... Is that a northern light farther off in the distance, or am I seeing things?
Is that what I'm saying?
That's what you would be at least thinking to yourself. As your watch is coming to an end, you can tell that you're finally calm enough that you could probably go to sleep. Even with the burning resentment having been conscripted to a cult.
You can make wishes on shooting stars, can't you?
It is still a part of the common society to do so, yeah.
Make a wish.
Can I say I made a wish and that we can determine what it was later?
Sure.
And that's what I'm going to do, and then I'm going to kick Hamilton awake.
Do
Not kick like hard, like...
Nudge with your
Wham! Right in the nads.
ribs.
That sounds like more of a Warren move, but okay.
Oh yeah, I guess you are Frederick tonight. That's the nice one.
Yeah. So maybe just like shake brutally. You are like a
Brutally shake!
Like give him late shaken baby.
Yeah.
I grab both sides of his collar and I just...
misjudging your own strength, being the 7-foot-tall Goliathan that you are.
Did you say a 7th Goliathan?
7-foot-tall Goliath.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Well-
almost 8 foot tall. I'm
8
7 10.
Jesus.
I'm a 7th of a Goliath.
Just a 7.
I'm 1/64th
On my mother's great
Goliath.
great. So if you want to, you could roll a. I guess it technically would be a grapple, is what you're doing, but you've already grappled him, I said. So, and he's not going anywhere. Just an unarmed strike, because you're not actually striking, but
Wait, did
Close
Hamilton not wake up?
I'm assuming he does as you're shaking him, but it would.
So
this is
you sure you want me to roll an unarmed strike?
yes.
Hamilton, what is your armor class?
13.
What?
13.
That's 15.
To hit. And 6 bludgeoning. That's pretty. That's pretty high for an unarmed strike for sure. 6, but you.
I'm a Goliath.
I understand, and that's why I needed to factor it in here to see what it
Is it like 1 plus your strength, or is it like
Yeah.
a D4 plus your strength?
Well, it's definitely not a D4 plus my strength.
I think it's
So it's just
It-
1 plus your strength?
I think it's
think it
just
is.
6.
Oh, okay. Well,
It's a flat rate. I know that.
normally it's just 1
plus
your strength.
modifier.
Oh,
Yes.
then yeah, because I have a
So,
plus
so
5
you got
strength.
plus 5? Damn.
That's why I needed you to roll this, because I figured that would factor into some things there. So yeah, 6 bludgeoning damage from your brain rattling around in your skull there, Hamilton.
Ugh.
Oh, so I gave him a concussion.
Mild, mild concussion. Very mild. You know, just those stars that you seen earlier.
You just ruined his the point of resting.
I like tater sauce.
Gain a point of exhaustion.
Gain a point of woozy.
Well, as I come to, I slap both of his hands off in my collar. What? I'm awake. Damn it! Very agitated and annoyed.
I wouldn't blame you if I was given a concussion to wake up.
Frederick, what's you saying anything to that?
No, I'm just gonna go to sleep.
Just grunts and rolls over to bed.
Fucking prick. Nice. I imagine we had a fire going.
Yeah, I would say that we set up like at least sat down for like food and drink, and yeah, probably a fire right next to a giant lava pit.
I'm not.
Would we just cook over the lava?
I'm gonna say that I woke up Hamilton because he's the person that Frederick has known the longest in this group.
You guys are bros.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. But the as to the food and fire, no one said anything, so I pretty much assumed that's why Frederick was able to see so much of the night sky too, as it was happening.
I mean, lava's pretty bright, isn't it?
It is, but it's off in the distance. You guys are up above it still, and it's
Oh, okay.
it's
Something I do want to ask. So Shia slapped Memay.
Memay. Yep,
Memay. Sorry.
you're right.
Wouldn't Memay, want to have words with Shia? Like, what the fuck?
You know,
Because-
usually,
Go ahead.
but I'm just very happy I got my hat. I finally found the cake. I've been waiting for this for a long time.
Is
You
this
sounded-
like
You're not
a
gonna,
narrative
you're not
that
gonna
I
kill my
forget about?
vibe.
You're not gonna kill my vibe. Perfect.
Hashtag not today, Satan.
Exactly.
And would have apologized profusely after getting out of the tower to your face, and completely until you guys had accepted that, saying, I was pretty sure we were going to die. And that
Glad
was
we didn't.
the only way that I'd seen forward to make them believe that we were on their side. So, and
I mean, and hey, now we're part of the guild or whatever. We're in a guild that's part of the necromancy.
NPC.
PNC,
PNC, but what's like the bigger thing called?
Professional
the
Necromancy
word?
Cult.
PNC.
Cult.
Yeah, the cult.
Yep, you guys are part of a cult now.
Weren't we just fighting cultists, not so long ago? And look, now we're part of one.
And we have the best interest rates of the cults.
Just watch out for those overdraft fees.
Oof. That's where they get you.
Oh, shoot. So I'm assuming some of this is transpiring. We're going back in time a little bit, is what I was guessing there. Because if you wanted to, instead of going straight into that sleeping cycle, though that would still transpire with Frederick and Hamilton, you guys have started a fire. Kat, had you started it with magic?
Yeah, I'll use a firebolt.
And some twigs that are brought in by anyone? Or is it just...
Sure.
So Nep's gathered some twigs and put it on the fire that Kat has started just on the ground with her firebolt.
Yep.
It is
That's a flaming chicken.
mostly holding, but it doesn't seem to have caught anything stronger, so it is just sitting there on the ground. If anyone wants to roll a survival check, and instead of trying to figure out how all of this might go together, to try and make some food. I'm not sure who's going. Okay, they see Hamilton has got an 11 that grabs some larger pieces. Is like, and Frederick brings in some logs to the sticks that Nep had brought over to try and catch it into a bigger flame, and it seems to be catching quite nicely.
While they're continuing to make the fire bigger and cook their own food, I'm just gonna wander around and start pecking at the ground looking for bugs.
Frederick's still mad that we got subsidized by a cult.
Subsidized, yeah.
Subsidized.
I had to say it like 7 times in my head after you said
I know.
it too.
I said it in my head correctly like 6 times because I wanted to make that joke, and I couldn't remember that word. And it took me so long to remember what a business was called when it was owned by another company.
Subsidiary.
Yes.
So is anyone starting any food over the fire, or just enjoying the comforting flames before going to bed, and or recapping anything else that happened?
Just traumatized by Fred, the snack goblin, sitting on the second floor, just munching away, and his buff brother. I don't remember what that goblin's name was, and counting my non-existent friends. Just all imagining.
Snack goblin.
Yes, Fred, I believe, is what we named him. Smelt like fish and month-old Doritos.
Doritos.
Disgusting.
Just an overall great character.
Man, month-old Doritos is such a vivid smell to me.
I have to say I don't know what that smells like.
Not good. It smells like it's like sour Doritos.
Yeah, they definitely go.
Like they got
Bro,
damn.
wash your room.
Wash it. Just drag the hose in there, rinse everything off.
I am glad I made you smell a vivid memory. I was just shooting in the dark for what probably smells nasty, and
You were correct.
So that transpired. I'm assuming there wasn't any more banter to be had besides the Shia and Memay situation, and Thea has already passed out after that too, having munched on something in her sack, and transformed back into her elf form, but not sure whatever anyone else is doing at this particular. Oh, you're all going to sleep, and kicked Hamilton. If you want to roll a perception for me, Hamilton, to see how your watch goes before you choose who wakes up next.
26.
Ooh, very nice. Very perceptive, I see, with a +7. The first thing you notice is that Frederick has completely neglected the fire. It is mostly embers with some small flames in it, and that your friends are mostly sleeping deeply, having had such a harrowing journey through the tower, and you are looking around just to make sure there wasn't any other odd sounds, and you do hear down in the fissure some odd, or actually rather more familiar of what you can only tie to the next sounds that follow. Oh, that didn't come through, did it? I just looked over.
No, it came through.
Oh, okay, good. Of the gnolls that you're familiar with that have been visiting the area. You're not sure how they're getting there because they don't exactly come from the region, but...
Do they commit a lemming and just jump off the cliff?
Oh, you can't quite see into the fissure because of the angle before going down there. It's rather steep.
Oh, I was just meaning, like, do they jump off the cliff to get down into the fissure?
There's no
like a lemming.
no visuals on that. Just the sound echoing through the chasm that is the fissure, and also you're listening to some sounds that aren't there, which are any insects at all seem to be repelled and or held away from the area. You must figure it's the smoke from the lava. And you watch as Elmar crests up in the middle of the sky, and you're quite sure you've been there for a couple hours as well. You know that you could probably hold out a little bit longer because you did have a short rest there while Frederick was on watch, but you could go a little bit longer if you needed to keep watching, or if you could, but it would be your 2 hours of the watch is up, you know.
I want to add into that, like, as I was on my watch, I was soaking the fire and gathering twigs, getting the fire back going up again. And once I felt it was safe, I sat by the fire, and I pulled out a notepad and my quill, and started writing a note, as Hamilton does in secret, writing another note to a very close friend. Reads it over, and then throws it into the fire.
Beautiful.
And then I wake up Memay.
Any particular manner?
I walk over to her, grab her by the hand, and just give it a little wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Yeah.
Gesundheit. So
Thank you. My
Memay
bad.
shoots you some finger guns.
Hi.
And do you want me to roll a perception?
if there wasn't any other conversation that was going to be had between Hamilton and Memay.
I'll just let him know that it seems quiet for the most part. No Nothing to be alarmed of, but just keep your eyes peeled.
More finger guns.
Just curl up into my little sack that I had set up beforehand and pass the AF out.
Okay, so
What's up?
Memay is gonna check the fire. I got a 21 perception.
Okay.
So I want to check the fire. I'm gonna do a perimeter, a walk around the quote unquote perimeter, just around where everybody is sleeping or lounging or whatever. See if I notice anything to be noticed.
Okay. So with a 21, you are looking at the fire, and you can tell that it's been well stocked and well cared for during your time. And you see even Flint has a couple extra logs that he's gathered from the one tree that.
Flint's here?
Sorry. Hamilton. I so associate your voice with Flint because it's just ingrained in me now. Hamilton has gathered a couple extra logs from the singular trees and bushes that are nearby and set them next to the fire to be prepared, but it looks like it could hold out for your whole watch before you prepare it for the next person, you think. And as you start your walk around the perimeter of the how far the fire reaches, essentially almost a 35-foot circle around everyone, keeping everyone warm and lit. You're looking into the dark, and you do peer down into the fissure at a point in your arc around, and you see movement, a good bit of it looks like, towards the tower, but then away, maybe under. Oh, you remember the pit of darkness that Squall was attacked by Dro, and you think to yourself, maybe that's how some of these individuals have been coming to this area. There's another way into hell, perhaps, from that point. So this hell breaking out reaches past just the tower itself, but that seems to be the seat, as you've noticed with having met Ashuma, the leader. It seems like that has been summoned. You're mulling these things over as you're making your circle around, and kind of look up to notice that Elmar, the red, has made its quarter turn in the sky, and you're starting to see faint twinges of green at the horizon, noting Yggdras's coming to first term around the side of the horizon, both of which are in only quarter moon phases. And you know that your time is at the watch could be over then, as well as that you did have a little bit of rest, so you could go on for a little bit longer, but you could also really use some more rest.
So I look in my bag, and it says here I have some helpings of cheese. So I'm gonna take one out. I'm gonna stay up for not an entire watch, but past my watch. And so I'm gonna eat one of these helpings of cheese and watch the pretty suns.
Moons.
And then wake up. Warren? No, Warren already did a watch.
Warren, you would know for sure, had done the first watch, and Hamilton had woken you up.
Right. Did, what's his face get to play his violin?
I would assume
Nope.
Hard.
Yeah.
was playing.
Wow. What's his face? Is that all I'm?
Hard.
Pretty sure I was in the beginning when everybody was starting to go to sleep.
Mm-hmm. And the performance of 26 would have lightened the mood drastically from having been in the tower, but only Frederick had been seeming not to care, but everyone else seemed slightly higher spirited for that, as well as
Well, then I suppose I'm not gonna wake up Shia. I guess I could wake up Shia or Cat, right?
I mean, you could wake up Nep.
That would
This
make the
is-
best alarm clock.
Yeah, that's appropriate. I'll wake up Cat. I'm gonna bend over. I'm gonna get real close to their face. I'm gonna whisper, "Cockle-doodle-doo."
How do you like it? This is payback.
you're gonna whisper that to Cat.
You're
Okay,
muted.
roll a perception for me, Cat.
Okay. Oh,
I want Kat to wake up like if she woke up from a nightmare.
7.
I see a 7. So you hear something. You're not entirely sure what it is, and you flutter your chicken eyelids as you look straight into the big eyes of Memay, who's staring back at you. Not sure how you react to that, but you wake up, but you
Eyelids.
have no idea what Memay had just
I
said.
let out a little squawk in question.
Chicken eyelid sounds like a delicacy I don't want to try.
Be quite the
Just gonna-
delicacy because it'd be a very small meal.
I'm just gonna tap, like pat them on the head, and waggle my fingers and go lay down and sleep.
I guess I'm gonna get up and stretch my wings and just start to wander about.
Roll a perception again for me, if you would.
I do want to state that I'm gonna wander about aimlessly. I'm not gonna do like a real sharp perimeter check because, well, I'm just not.
Occasionally pecking at the ground.
Yep. Looking for bugs or seeds or anything I might like. 11.
So you are well caught up in your own thoughts, as you are quite acquaint to do as a chicken. Most people didn't take you very seriously, so you use the time to think about what you experienced in the day. And as you're just pecking along, you do pick up the occasional small bug, whether it be that one was a roly-poly. Those are pretty rare for this region. And you continue on, and you're thinking about the time that you spent in the tower and some of the things that you've acquired, as well as the friends you have just before the tower, with Nep being one of them, and you wonder about how he's come to be here, as well as you think to yourself of all of the lava and fire and whether or not this has all been worth it or not. I don't know what you actually weigh those to be, but you're just thinking about those things, and when you notice just instantly this first peaks of rays over the sun, and you get an unresistible urge.
Just cock-a-doodle-doo.
Yeah, I was waiting for you to fill it in for me, just to do your best of a... And everyone hears quite blatantly the wonderful cheering greeting of Cat for the morning.
Yawn, stretch, stretch, yawn, stretch.
I was gonna say, does anybody hear it?
Oh, everyone.
Because I can do it again.
I'm gonna wait for the second round. Mime is gonna specifically wait.
Gonna wander around the fire, make sure everybody's getting up. When I see Mame not getting up to my first one, I kind of get close to to where they're laying down, and just let out another one. Just cock.
It keeps.
Open my eyes real
And then
fast.
stare
straight,
intently.
And finger guns.
And cat plays dead.
Just flops over.
One leg in the air.
Twitch, twitch.
Squawk. Down I go.
Roll performance with advantage.
Okay.
What's your most greatest accomplishment in D&D? We got one of our player characters to play dead.
11.
That was with advantage?
Yeah, my disadvantage. I rolled a 10 and then I rolled an 11.
Ah. Well, you perform it admirably. It is believable that you could have been shot dead.
I was thinking more for comedic effect. Play
Yeah. I mean, it would be funny to just watch a chicken play dead. I think I need to find this now.
Right. But
You teach chicken to play dead.
you guys are mostly waking up. Besides, it looks like Shia and Thea, who are no longer there, and there's just a plate on the ground where Shia was.
Somebody's wandering off.
You remember that Shia had, if you were the one on watch too, so you were kind of remembering, but you hadn't been paying that close of attention that they had gone into a dune through the portal
Oh.
on the plate for protection reasons because they're not here. So they kind of just poofed.
Wait a minute. Doesn't that teleport us into like a building?
Teleports you to a dune, which I do have that map if you guys were interested in going there.
Why don't we spend the night outside?
Wait, well, but we still have to close this fissure. That was the main reason we came here. As Shaya's mentor was like, we need to close this.
Yep, I agree. We kind of accidentally signed ourselves up to a cult.
All right, now let's close them down without letting them know.
Well, I mean, we could still be a cult, just of different followings.
Yep,
We don't
alright,
have to
cult.
be a part of PNC. We could be a different cult. We can create our own god.
We can
We
make
just-
ourselves gods.
We don't need to involve necromancy, right? We just said we're a different sect.
Yeah.
We use living subjects, not the
This is the good campaign. This is the good campaign.
not the unalive ones.
Professional necromancy cult of wishing would be the title that was written on the documents that you see.
Oh, I thought Wish was like the different sect of the cult, but
Yeah,
I thought
it's the
we
faction
were,
that you
I
guys
thought we were just like
founded.
the cult of wishing, and then like parentheses, like subsidiary or whatever you would put on
Oh.
like official documents.
by the way, I don't think Nep knows that you guys hate squids.
Mhm.
No,
We
no,
hate
definitely
squids?
does not. And Frederick doesn't,
So,
and Hamilton doesn't
Hamilton
either.
doesn't.
No,
oh, okay.
so you're not the only one.
Well, I myself was told that you guys like fought some squids, and now you have like a feud with them. Well, Neb in his, I guess, more along the backstory of like he enjoys the ocean life and squids, and he thought like, I mean, he doesn't know that they fought squids and they
Yeah.
hate squids, so.
Is Nep then just at this point bringing up in time? So what's with you guys and squids?
No, I don't
What's
think he's.
Because you might
I
have
don't-
been thinking
Airline
about
food.
the at the time.
I think Neb's gonna more ask of like, so when are we going to go to the ocean or something? Rather than bring up squids, like just more ocean, because all's Neb's seen is this fissure. Well, with the group, He's only seen the fisher.
What about the ocean?
Are we gonna visit anytime soon? I mean,
Why?
I'm sick of like super hot lava. I want someplace to cool
Guys,
off, like a
What if
like a
we bring
beach.
the ocean to the lava pit?
Okay.
That sounds like a great way to cause a steam explosion.
Let's do it.
I can create some water, I guess, to start.
Oh, I can create lots of water, but I don't think that's gonna work. I think we need to like. We had that way to spin the plate and open a portal to Adune. What if we just like open that in the water?
Oh, and just let it gush out.
Yeah. This doesn't answer your question about squids or the squids called octopus, but
I mean, it's not necessarily about squids. It was more of like when we visited the ocean.
Did you say a squid called octopus?
yeah,
What is
or
it with this
octopi
group
called
and-
squids. I don't remember which one it was.
I don't know. I just remember the beginning. You guys we
Yeah,
fought squids.
Yeah, we don't like
We
them.
don't fuck
They,
with squids.
No,
Are you
they hurt.
are you asking what happened, or just
I want a horse named Friday.
Frederick interjects while you guys are talking about squid? Perfect. So what's the verdict on this plan that Memay is concocting here?
So this
mean,
will
It's
Create-
a terrible idea, but
I think it sounds like a great idea.
listen. Nep is not too smart. Well,
it's
he's
definitely going to be
average.
spectacular.
He's average on the smart scale, and he's just thinking, well, it will harden the surface, but it won't fill the crevice. Harden the surface, lava.
Then it
Tell
could
me
just become a
words.
giant landfill. Or I suppose that this castle could be used for better things.
But
What if the
don't we
creatures
need
that live
to-
in the castle need the warmth? What happens if we cool it down? Do they like go away?
Oh. I have
Are we
no
gonna ruin an
idea.
entire ecosystem?
Probably.
This ecosystem hell? Or leading to hell?
Oh
Our
yeah,
group
filling it
name-
with water might not work if it just has a portal to hell. How much water do you need to fill up the hell and the portal and this chasm?
Our group name should be Good Intentions.
I mean, we're already in hell, so.
Are we in hell? I thought we were just on the edge, like near the portal too.
No,
One step closer.
we are not. Yeah, we are near the portal, right? So we are not in hell. We are in this chasm.
I think
From
we're
whence, because this chasm was not always here. Before
Yeah.
the chasm, we fought octopi.
I think the
um,
chasm is hell spilling into the world.
Right.
We should start a
can
business
neither
and charge
confirm nor
admission to
deny.
the Hell Castle.
A hell castle.
Yeah, like a sideshow.
What was that, Memay?
I can neither confirm nor deny that what we're in right now is hell spilling into the current plane of existence, or if it's just a byproduct or somebody taking advantage of a silly I don't know. I don't know if it's intentional or a natural phenomenon or we don't know. We got to find out. I'm wondering if I remember I don't remember why we came into the chasm.
To try to figure out how to close it.
Okay. So we
Um,
found out what was here. It's just a castle full of the big bad.
And to get away from a dragon.
Oh, that's right. The dragon chased us here.
Oh, the red dragon that Squall outflew.
Yeah, because it was the the spiral tree forest, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah, we wandered through a whole lot of weird stuff to get to this tower in this chasm.
Yeah.
And
Let's
this is
reminisce
just the
about
first thing we
Squall.
found.
Well, we're
Wait.
up above the chasm right now. What else do we see?
That is a good question. It is daylight, right?
It is, and you see
What should I roll?
nothing for more than just visuals, which is my job here. You
Okay.
look down in, and you see there is a small gathering, it looks like, almost a horde bordering on, of creatures that have formed in the fissure. Roundabouts where the rum rollers had made your way into it, and encountered gnolls and drow, and the two forces do seem to be made of those individuals of drow and gnolls. They seem to be preparing for a march out of the fissure currently.
Oh, lovely.
Out of the fissure. Okay,
Yes.
so I think we should totally do that portal of gushing water to Adune.
Yeah, if that's possible. I also have a question. Are those? I remember seeing like dancing fire creatures when we first got here. Are those out?
Those do seem to be largely not present. They
Okay.
the lava around the castle is still there.
And we just fill the fissure with the ocean. Just flood it, the whole
I think
thing.
the question is how big the portal would be and how much water we could get to flow at any given time. Plus, who has the plates? Is it Shia?
She has seemingly left the plate on the ground.
That's right. You did say that. I'm gonna
So, I
walk over
remember-
to the plate to draw everyone's attention to it.
Yeah. I'm just wondering because it opens onto Adune's deck last time we used it. Maybe we can ask Adune about it. Because I don't know if once we make it, we can move it. I guess we just have to try.
So, what is transpiring here?
Yeah, I was gonna say if we go back to Adune to ask, are we gonna be able to get back here with enough time to stop this horde from starting its march?
I mean, I'm up for trying it. I don't know how anybody else feels. How big is the plate?
The plate itself seems to be a normal dining plate, if you will.
Okay, so I can pick it up.
But it is of a metal variety, yeah. You hold it in your hand
Okay.
easily enough.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick it up and do like the thing I saw Shia do with it before.
Roll that, which is spinning it on her finger.
Yeah. What am I rolling?
Sleight of hand.
$10.
It's shaky, but you get it to make a couple rotations on your finger, and it seems to start to float off of your finger as you let go of it, and it starts to form into a portal in front of you.
Ooh. I'm waiting patiently to see where the portal opens.
Okay. I am in the process of getting everyone there. It is not as easy. I very much preferred Astral for doing some of this stuff. But I am making it work here. Got them. Shia needs to be over here. I think I got some peoples over here. Nope, wrong spot. There we go. Might have to refresh, but it should have jumped everyone over that I've got right now. Nep. Poof. You guys are coming out in what looks like the dining area of the ship.
Ooh.
Uh,
You gonna.
and there is rooms and corridors off the central cabin that you're standing in, as well as those that do know. To the north is the main deck. But those that have not been to Adone are not familiar with that, obviously.
Which one am I on?
Is,
Oh, I see.
Is if everybody's seeing what they need to see?
And we're in the like dining room area,
Yeah.
surrounded by all the cabins.
I see black.
Let me update some of these
Zoom
stuff.
out.
Yep. I just need to zoom out. Just a bunch of ships.
Yep.
I see
Okay.
everything again, so
I think I may.
Which ship are we meant to be on?
Yeah. It's the rectangle in the bottom middle.
Bottom middle.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Hamilton, Memay, Shia. Okay.
Yes. So these are the different layers of the ship. All at
Yep.
once.
And then those of us who joined post this. Oh, Moon has one.
Moon was shoved in here right at the time of before you guys went up to the top of the tower, which Astral was still live.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And kind of just was shoved in a room. I put Frederick in that room that you're in now, just to put him in there. But it doesn't seem like there is any technically free rooms, although Idril, that's a storage room there, where you're
Yep.
at.
It's gonna find a barrel.
Oh, okay. That works.
Can I attempt to take a swig from my alchemical jug?
Oh, yeah.
Pray that wine this time.
You haven't figured it out yet, so I guess what I did last time was just have you roll, isn't it a d10 to get...
Yeah. I'm trying to find the jug, see how many there are.
Yeah, that's what I was getting to as well.
Yeah, it's 10. There are 10 of them.
Okay, go ahead and roll that. Presumably,
Oh.
as long as it's not the one that you did before, then I would say that's what you land on. You've got 10 tries.
5.
Uh,
1, 2, 3, 4. I already did mayonnaise.
so you know it's not that one, so go ahead and roll again. So you're like rotating this thing around, and you're like, well, it's not that one.
9. Salt water.
So
Oh,
you
no.
pull it back to your face, and you... Oh, that's briny. I
So
probably
do you
shouldn't
have,
drink too
like-
much of that.
you have a magical device that is like Russian roulette for drinking.
No, it's an alchemy jug.
It's
an
a big ceramic jug that has
with a bunch
corks
of corks.
all around the outside, and there's a cork at the top as well. But basically, the Russian roulette part of it is him
I
deciding
don't
which.
know what's what.
Yeah, because they're not labeled. I'll just leave it at that.
Is it infinite or do they run out?
No, they run out. So, for example, it could produce X amount of liquid based on the liquid. So,
But it's
for salt water, it could produce 12 gallons until next dawn. And then,
yeah, I was gonna say it is technically, but it does have a recharge time, is all.
yes. Like, okay, so once the jug starts producing a liquid, it can't produce a different one. Or more of that has reached its maximum until next dawn. So, now that I'm pouring salt water, I can't change it until the next dawn.
So one of them is mayonnaise.
So, yes, there's acid, basic poison, beer, honey, mayonnaise, oil, vinegar, fresh water, salt water, and wine.
I get all of those except mayonnaise.
Well, mayonnaise you
don't-
can just mix with your food. Oh, yes, I'm gonna put acid to my lips and just chug and be like, oh, ugh.
I think it's
No,
more so
I-
because all
I-
of them are
I was-
liquids, and mayonnaise is not a liquid.
Oh, okay.
No,
okay.
no,
Viscous.
it was more. It's more of
Well-
the fact, like I can understand like the medicinal use of honey and all the other, like
It's
the
not supposed to be
usefulness.
medicinal. It's just a utility item.
Sandwiches,
point
you
Mayo
know?
is
I
very
could see-
all-purpose
I could
as far as like food preparation is, and it is a liquid technically if you look at the definition of a liquid.
What?
Just saying.
Nuh-uh.
And well, it could be medicinable-ish because it's good for your hair. Because of the eggs.
It
in
has eggs.
Maybe this is just my bias against mayonnaise.
Well, anyway, the first cork I popped was mayonnaise, okay? So just imagine tilting back the jug and you're just chugging mayonnaise.
Glop, glop.
I mean,
It's even
2
funnier.
gallons of mayonnaise, okay?
Are you talking about Miracle Whip or mayonnaise or like Hellman's?
Ooh,
no,
woo.
not Miracle Whip. Miracle Whip's an abomination. We're talking
Oh.
about mayo.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
This-
You're muted, babe.
I don't think Nep knows what mayo is, so he's just like, what the hell is this?
Even better. But
He doesn't know the purpose of mayonnaise yet.
through the digression of that, you've claimed this storage room as yours, it seems. I wonder if I can. I can't. Oh, wait, you can too. I found this out the last time I was playing on another campaign here. The drawing tool. If you go to the
Oh.
drawing tool, you can use a text and write a text into an area instead of
Wait.
drawing with a hand.
The way Josh said you can too made me feel like we were in a Door episode.
You can too. It's just a simple 1, 2, 3.
And a stab, stab, stab.
Oh my god.
No, that was avoided this episode. We were in. You guys are on a Dune currently, the ship, and she greets you. Oh, as you feel.
Yeah,
a-
I'm gonna
a-
say hi, Dune, and I'm gonna wave.
Oh, hi, Captain Memay. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Do you see my new hat?
Oh, it's lovely. It definitely suits your rank.
Thank you.
And everyone is hearing this voice in their heads, including you, Nep.
I'm just gonna like start pressing myself up against the walls and just act all happy and excited.
Oh, yeah. And do the
Side note, you know who else is super happy and excited right now?
Hmm.
I bought a sword over the weekend.
Ooh.
What
a
kind?
real sword?
I finally have myself a cutlass.
Nice.
Ooh.
I will restrain and not bring my scimitar so that we can duel in the next year of McVeracity. So we don't duel. That's what I mean.
I need a
Can
bastard
I,
sword.
check
Down,
what's in
down.
these barrels?
Sure. If you want to roll investigation.
Sorry, that wasn't me with the sword. That was a cat clawing my leg.
She wants attention. Come on.
Pray.
Sit. Come here.
What's in the barrels?
16.
Demon.
So you
My goal is to use these barrels to build a fort to sleep in.
Oh, you're not actually looking in them then?
Well, I'm looking to see if it's okay to move. Like, if I tip it on side, it's not going to be liquid or...
Oh, okay. You do
Well, if
find relatively mostly food items in each of them, and they do seem to be the dry sorts of food. Potatoes, you got some oats, you got some unmilled grains, you got some in
What
just the
about
couple
the
barrels that you were looking
crates?
in. In the crates you're looking, you do find some more implements, smaller sorts, plates, silverware, some forks and knives, and just some other implements that you might need for food preparation. Some juicers.
So, I can build a fort out of these boxes and be okay.
Absolutely.
Sweet. I'll get on that. depressed that I have salt water. Where's the rum?
Not in this room you're finding.
Yeah.
It sounds like you're.
Sadly.
It sounds like you're in like the low valuable
Also-
storage room.
Also, you're
If you consider food low valuable, be my guest.
Compared to alcohol.
I mean, that's what this jug was hopefully for. As soon as I find wine or beer, he's just only gonna pull that cork.
why in the
Mark them as you go. Is that a thing, or do they change day by day?
No, that's a thing.
Okay.
Man, you have to work so hard. My character in the other campaign just had a flask of infinite whiskey.
I didn't know what to ask for, and it was like, you know what, this seems like a fun thing.
So you're building your fort. Is anyone else doing anything else? Anything on the deck? I know you greeted Adune, Memay. Was there any other?
Yeah, I want to ask Adune how they've been. I know if
Oh,
things
it's
are
been
good.
lovely, dear. Thanks for asking. This is whoever put me in this. I don't even really understand where I'm at, but it's just the perfect temperature. The waves are warm and not too harsh. There's a little bit of nice fine sand that I've been moored on here, and the seagulls don't even poop on me. I don't get it.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Sounds
the
like
ship is
living the
right.
dream.
You're not on the regular ocean. Adune, do you know anything about this portal we've used to get here?
Porthole, like the thing you poop in, or the thing you look out of. Porthole.
The hole in the air we used to get here.
Oh,
The
is
door
that
we
what
came
that
through.
energy field was? I could only sense it. Obviously, I've lost the sense of eyes. I can only feel most things, and could you... Hey, Nep there, sir. Those barrels and crates are part of me. Be careful.
Part of you?
Indubitably. They are one and part and parcel, as I am, and I can rearrange...
Wait. Is the ship talking?
Yes, I said that already.
It never...
Yeah, in your head.
So
It's not
Nep is
even
just-
like... It's in your head.
So,
In your head.
I think Nep's
back.
freaking out now. That, he's just hearing a voice, and it's not clucking. It's just...
How far away am I? I'm just gonna yell real loud. Nep, I'm the captain. This is a ship. Don't worry about it.
Yes, that answered all the questions he had.
He didn't ask any questions. He just started freaking out. Nep's barrel fort.
Well, can you ask the ship if I could continue? I'm not throwing the barrels around. I'm just arranging them.
This is fine. This is fine. It's just, you know, forewarned. That's all I'm letting you know. If you break any of them, I might break you.
Can I persuade it not to?
You just have to whisper some sweet nothings.
Oh, I will whisper all the sweet nothings. I will polish your wooden deck. Just hand me the finest mop. And
Lob
it'll
her
work.
poop deck.
Ooh, I wasn't gonna go there, but now that you mention it.
How'd you get it to turn white? I, for some reason, cannot change this freaking
Okay,
text.
so
If you shake
there
it hard
is
enough.
Arial 16
Yeah.
for the font size,
Yeah.
and then the color you want.
Every time I click on that, it just closes it.
Try clicking on it and then try typing.
Well, no, so if I hold
Oh.
on to it, maybe if I hold on to it and then just click.
Oh, you
Oh,
do
yeah,
have
that's
to,
what it
like,
is.
make sure it's highlighted.
If
So,
I'm not,
like, I have the select move, and then currently I can move it and such.
also, if you hold Alt, FYI, you can move
Too big.
things. You can move things. Sorry, I keep grabbing yours. I'm just gonna move it over here. You can. I'll close the one that I made. But you can, if you hold Alt and grab onto something, you can move it without it being clicked to the grid. Was what I was gonna say though. So you can uncenter things, if you will.
Oh.
And I figured it out. If you hold on to the text, and I can do this to anyone's, if you just click on the text, then it'll be just highlighted, and then you can change it. But if you click into the text, which is what I was trying to do, to select it all and then try to change it all, you don't need to do that. You can just click it once. But if you double click it, you can edit it, what's written there, but you don't need to double click it to change the font, the style, and the height of it, and so on and so forth. Anyways, yeah. That's the response you're getting there, Nep. Hamilton, you've got quite a large room, as well as obviously the captain having the largest room. Some other smaller rooms in here. It was just purely upon how other people had grabbed them a long time ago when first meeting Adune. And before she just after she'd transformed, having been in Surreal's possession, who had sacrificed rabbits to power her.
Oh yeah.
Which she was not fond of, but it had worked.
Didn't we find a good replacement?
The crystals from the Crystal Tower, which you're finding out, linked to some of the other power crystals that you're finding through Tarth, that, like the one behind the waterfall, Memay, for instance, could be used to do so. But you're also aware that you are inside of a bottle, so your mind's kind of breaking at understanding this, even though you're listening to the seagulls and you can, you've seen the palm trees and the beach, but you're inside of the glass, the ship in the bottle that I kept wanting to say monk, but it's hermit at the top of the mountain had given you, and in an attempt to tell you not to forget your friends, and given you this bottle to carry around with Adune in it. And so you're inside of that bottle.
Yeah, right. So I'm thinking maybe there's not enough water to fill the chasm, but if this is magical, maybe there is. Maybe it's magical, never-ending water, and this is the perfect way to fill the chasm. So, I mean, obviously Adune doesn't know. I don't know. The only way to do anything is to try it. The worst thing that's going to happen is Adune is going to get beached. But I'm going to ask Adune if they feel the energy of the portal. Do they see any way to move it?
Move the portal? It's not really part of me, so I can't affect it too much. I think I could move the boards that are under it, essentially, to another part on my ship.
Oh, you can.
Would I have any knowledge about how to do something like that?
You mean move
a magical portal.
Go ahead and roll an Arcana check for me.
28! And I got a natural 20!
Very nice. So you know for a fact that that portal in particular is tied to the plate, or rather the item that it was created for. And there must be 2 of them? That you're 100%, because there is no way that one individual thing or creation could work from a portal standpoint into another realm unless it has some sort of tie to it. So you're guessing that this portal must have some sort of tie to Adune.
Oh, so there should be another plate.
Yeah, so I'm gonna relate all this information and start wandering around and looking for something that looks similar to the plate that oh my goodness, Memay? Is that the one?
Yes. Yes.
Memay used. Sorry, I keep wanting to say Mame.
No, that's okay.
Mommy.
It's hard.
What does this look like? Well, that's silly. I was wondering if there was like an effect that I could put down for the for where the portal is. If you want to, you can roll an investigation, Cat. Are you going outside of just the corridor and the rooms that you're in that you know of that are on this deck? I would guess that Cat, knowing the layout for the most part too of Adune, even after her shift into this form, would know that the majority of such things that she is looking for, or he is looking for, because I believe Cat is actually a he.
Cat is a man. Yes.
Sorry. And it would probably be the mid deck, which you guys are on the main deck currently.
Okay, yeah. So I am going to wander just like all the places that I know and start checking for this plate. I rolled a 23 for
Okay.
investigation.
So you walk out onto the deck. You see the aforementioned seagulls just kind of circling lazily around before you head to the foredeck and then down under to the mid deck. And you are coming down the stairs and into the main dining area. And you are quite certain that there are some plates and bowls, none of which you know to be magical, other than that they are tied to Adune, all of them. So you affectionately rub up against it, and you hear a distinct purring all throughout the ship.
Does everybody hear this?
Yes, and it's not in their heads. It seems to be that the ship itself has a bit of like a humming vibration going on right now. Then you wander back up to the main deck, actually. Oh, no, first you think, wait, what about down here? And you go down to the lower deck. And you're like, there's a lot of storage crap down here. I don't even know what the hell she is down here. Just wandering around. Can't really check in any of the crates or anything.
Is anybody following me, or am I just by myself?
I don't know.
I'm gonna go
Frederick-
with you because I would
Frederick-
really like to find this.
Frederick is in his room praying.
Praying. Okay, to Helm.
Hmm.
Okay. And where is Memay
Hello,
blending into the back of the deck? So you followed Cat down to the second deck and are very well distracted by the smells of food before Cat goes down to the lower deck.
I was gonna ask for some food, but we should probably find the other plate first.
So why did we spend the night outside when we could have been in here?
Because
That made
we
chicken
didn't
really
think
long.
about it.
Yep.
And you wander into the engine room, which you had forgotten, Cat, that you're tapping on the crystal that it powers the ship now, and you are looking at the tree that has formed here, and it seems to be filling the whole left side of the engine room at this point now. It's grown from the last time you've seen it, and it's gone from a bush size to a medium-sized tree inside of this cabin. And it's
That's awesome.
Curiously.
I'm down here too, right?
If you followed around and didn't get distracted by the food, which is kind of what I was thinking Memay would do, but if you follow down, if you're on a mission.
I followed. Like I said, the food smells good, and I'm gonna get there. But I want to find this plate first.
And you're noticing all the beeps and bops and boops that are in the engine room too, then, Memay, with Cat. You're interested more so in those because they're at your height, more or less. You can see them, whereas Cat is too short to see on top of them, and you're seeing some lit buttons and possibly other controls that you don't quite understand. None of which are
These
labeled.
buttons I can push.
None of which are labeled. and you guys are standing in this engine room that seems to be very well outfitted beyond the technological advances of the other ages that you're both are familiar with. I mean, Kat, you've seen things of this nature at least, but generally allotted towards magical items like this. But then you guys kind of give up on this particular hunt and go back up.
Well,
go ahead.
before we leave, I want to pour some of the. I still have some of the magical blue water. I want to pour some in the tree, at the roots of the tree.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna walk over and open up the flask I have that has the blue water in it, and give the tree some water.
It starts to. When you pour it on there, it shimmers with a rainbow kind of all over, even to the tips of the leaf, to the bottom of the top of the roots that you can see before it dissipates. Just one quick whoosh of
Luminescence.
Yeah, there we go. There's a good word for it. Like it's happy for it.
Oh, good. That was my hope.
And you guys walk back up to the main deck, into the chamber where the portal was, and there is a plate laying in the middle of the floor where the portal was.
Oh, so the portal's closed?
So, Adune has control or is able to move the plate. Yes.
Are you asking, or are you asking Adune?
I'll ask Adune that. I was like, are you able to move this plate?
Oh, that plate. Yeah, I can see that plate now. Was that the portal before?
I believe it was.
Huh. Odd. I believe that is a part of me. It was...
Oh.
Must have
So
been...
we shouldn't move this.
Somehow transmogrified or something? I'm not too magic savvy. As I said, I was a servant. Oh, that's a big plate.
Is it big enough for me to rest in the center of?
Yes, to Cat. What was that, Memay?
I was gonna ask, so how big... It obviously can get big enough that we can all fit through it. Is it possible for you to put this plate... Because you can move it. Can you move it to the outside of your hull? Like under the water?
I can do such.
That is fantastic. Can you do that for like a limited time? Like I don't want it to be there permanently. But,
well, I mean, once it's a portal, it seems to be must be some sort of time limit associated with how long it's there, because it turned back to this to me after a certain amount of time. I hadn't really particularly been paying attention to that small bit of myself, if you will. Just like
gotcha.
You wouldn't know if your appendix burst until it did.
Yep.
That's fair. Okay, well, if you could, or would you mind moving it to the outside of your hull underneath the water?
I can do that. I don't know if I can activate the portal, though.
That's okay. Well, because oh, that's right. Where did the other... That's a good point. So what if we activate it and go through it, and then like 2 minutes after we're through it, you move it. Oh, and you can't activate it. Okay, never mind. Man, this is complicated. I don't know if this is gonna work, guys.
Yeah.
We might have to think of something else.
Yeah, so if she moves it down there, she can't open it. or may not be able to open it.
How confident is any member of our party with swimming in the ocean?
Nep is really confident in swimming in the ocean. He can breathe underwater and has a swim speed of 40 feet.
Do you think you could open the portal under the water?
Nep can breathe underwater.
Do you want to try to open it under the water?
Sure. You just have to... Okay, make sure you have, like, Cat, like, talk me through what I need to do, though. Or, you know, through the torque or whatnot.
So why don't we just do, like, we could just do a demonstration right now, right? Because it should open to the plate. So I'm assuming the portal's closed, foreseeing plate. So if I pick up the plate and I open the portal, then you should see it open to... Actually, we should probably go through and close it again, and somebody should move it to an ideal spot. Because I think where we left it probably is not the ideal spot for filling the chasm.
Yeah, maybe not. Somebody with fingers has to go through.
Yeah, I mean, I can open it. I can like show you how to open it, and then I can go through and move it. Does anybody have any suggestions of where to put it? I might need a friend to go to say, hey, maybe over here.
Okay, so you guys can go set it while Nep just goes deep diving. Maybe make a friend or two under the sea.
Yeah, we can use some water friends.
Uh,
Right now, we only have water enemies.
Nep should probably make sure that they don't get sucked through the portal once it gets opened underwater.
That too.
Oh. Yeah.
Just, you know,
Might be
take
bad.
a rope. Maybe is a dune anchored? You could hold on to the anchor or the rope.
I'll see if I have a spell. No, I do not have a spell, but I should have rope, right?
There should also be tons of rope on the ship.
Oh yeah,
I have rope
I'm in
now.
the food stock.
I can
Is there
provide such as well.
Okay, How much? How deep am I going?
It seems rather shallow in these currents.
Okay, so we won't need that much. It's just to see how much rope I'd need, not. I'm scared. Okay. Well then. Can I walk underwater?
Sound travels through water.
Ooh. Okay, I don't know if I can actually speak underwater, because apparently at 6th level in this class is when, if any creature is fully submerged, they can understand me. But, no, it's just more of in case I need to cast a spell while underwater. That requires vocal.
I do not know the answer to that one.
I mean, it should be fine. I just tug on the rope and go. Right? That's how that works.
Yeah.
Just pray.
Or swim real fast.
I can swim fast. I'll dash swim away.
So
Little doggy paddle with the hooves.
Okay, so should we okay. So some of us are gonna teleport back to where the plate is now and position it in a good location, and then Nep is going to activate the plate here underneath of
After we
Adune.
get back. We have to get back first. I would much rather be on a dune than in the chasm.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
so let's go ahead and step by step show Nep first, so no fuck ups there.
Yeah, let's do a demonstration with the, with the thing. So, okay, so I'm gonna, what do I have to, sleight of hand to roll the, open the portal with the plate?
Okay, so is Nep gonna need a sleight of hand check also to mimic it? Practice.
you're watching and you see Memay trying to spin the plate on their finger,
Okay.
and you
Got a 14.
see it successfully make a couple quick rotations, and as soon as it's made, you're counting the third rotation, it alights in the air, it starts hovering above their finger, and folds out. It's the spinning plate itself starts to spin quicker before it disappears into this energy ball, and then it turns yellow, and it starts to spread out and form a doorway, what looks like so more of an archway, I guess, into the spot where you guys were, with the overlooking the fissure with the armies amassing.
Whoa, how would you do that? Just spin your finger around the plate? That's it?
I watched Shia. That's how she did it.
Okay. Seems simple enough.
Spin the
I
plate
could do that.
on the
If
finger.
I can do it, you can do it.
On the finger, like a basketball.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll be in the water, so it may not be as hard, but I could probably do it. Alright, so I will wait here till you come back.
Awesome. Okay, yeah, we're gonna go through here, be as fast as possible, and then we will be back quickly.
Who is we?
Who's going
I'm,
with me?
I'm going.
Okay, Cat's going with me.
Cat flutters onto your shoulder. Captain Memay?
Hamilton, are you going?
Yeah, I'll tag along.
And you guys walk through the portal and see down into the fissure with the armies massing, and it is fairly tight packed down there. You're not 100% sure how you're going to get through it. What actions do you take to try and make it to where you want to go?
I do think we should stay like above the fissure and let the water pour from like these cliffs above. But
yeah, I'm okay
we
with
should-
that.
Aim it at those amassing hordes of creatures.
Leroy Jenkins.
Is that you charging
Yeah,
into
so
the portal just behind them, Frederick?
Yeah. I
Okay.
really, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that. I think we should definitely put this as close to the amassing hordes as possible without getting too close to them.
You make it through the portal, and you're standing there listening to your friends banter back and forth of where they should move the portal. And are you doing anything, Frederick? With that call to arms, it sounded like.
No, not really.
Okay. Just
I really
clarifying.
wanted to jump down there and just fuck all the plans up, but
Not
What?
this time. Not today, Satan.
So, let me see if I have that. I know it might even be quick enough. I don't know if you guys can see this or not. I post the maps. Weirdly enough, I thought I'd moved a large amount of the maps onto my... Oh, here's one. I'd have to download it. See if I can. But on Patreon is where I actually publish maps you guys have gone through already. But I generally wait until you've finished with it and seen every bit of it before posting it, or that I know that you probably aren't going to be back there anytime soon. Here's this one if it's quicker for you guys. I don't know how much of it you can see too from this end, but I'm just trying to download it from Drive to kind of you know the general layout of where it starts at the fissure as it goes down in the Moon Temple, but then also you know the Moon Temple and the Spiral Wood Forest, which
We have to be a Patreon to see it.
see, that's what I was wondering. Okay, let me go back to the drive while I'm downloading this. Runterladen. Maps. Save. There's a second one. This is... Did I even put the other one in here? There it is. Yes. Yes. I should put some of the old ones in your handouts, but I try to keep those relatively concise, as it were.
Yeah, so that we don't have like a ton of handouts to go through.
Yeah. Your file is too powerful.
Is it possible to use it in folders? Like, so you could say, like, this folder for these
Well,
handouts.
Technically, I
Have
also
a folder labeled homework.
I also forgot. You guys should have access to the drive that I'm using.
Yeah, the Google Drive.
Yeah. Let me see if I have that for NEP in particular. Yeah, I need to add... Huh.
Oh, is there a level up?
A what?
A level up at some point? Or... I think... I haven't checked recently on your... Google Doc. But...
On the...
I don't know if... I feel confident you update it frequently, so...
Yeah, I think I was waiting for this fight to transpire to do a lot of XP that should have happened there, which there should be a level up probably in everybody's future, I think, as that one's transpired finally.
I mean, it wasn't much of a fight, but
how it all ended up actually playing out will be dictated to still yet. I haven't put it in there. I mean, from that whole fight that you guys did that took basically 2.5 or so sessions.
Yeah.
So I'll add that in there. But
Just played cheerleader on the sidelines the whole time.
no, you shot some people.
Yeah.
I haven't been on the good campaign for quite a while because of work and sickness and...
Yeah, you did shoot some
I
people.
caught you on fire at one point.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
oh, okay, so...
Yeah, Nep, you
Oh,
should be
man.
5. But
Oh, I am 5.
okay, and that was
Wow. Yeah, no, I see. I'm looking at it now.
yeah. I'd left off with the fight as you guys started to get to the top of the tower, which was the gnolls, and then you started fighting the gaunt humanoids right after that, which led into the Lich. I mean Ashuma, the big giant. If that wasn't clear already, I mean a big giant skeleton.
Yeah. Okay. No, I was just wondering, like, XP wise. Like I said, I haven't checked it in a while, so.
Did you guys get access to that drive? I was trying to download some stuff, and then I tried to share it on Discord too from a map set, just like
Yeah,
putting on there,
I
but
see
it's
all
up
the
to the-
maps. I see all the maps. I don't know if everybody else does.
Okay,
But
so
what map
where
are
in
we
Discord?
looking at?
Oh, okay.
Specifically, enter the fissure.
Oh, I am requesting
Okay.
access.
Perfect, because I was going to send you an invite, but I needed to ask your email again, which I am recording, so I don't think you wanted to say that. So I'll go to my email as well. Enter the Fissure is the first one, though, which is right after you guys finish the Moon Temple, and then that's near the top, and then I labeled the other one the Crevasse, even though it's the Spiral Wood Forest into the Fissure. I think it was before I was deciding on a name for that area.
What are we trying to do? I'm sorry.
Figure out where to put this portal, I guess.
It's just an audio recording, not a visual, correct?
Incorrect.
Right.
If you go to Rum Propelled
No,
Gaming...
no, I'm saying what's recording is just audio based.
Yes, you are
not
correct.
video.
There we go.
Okay. So I can send it through a DM and
Yep, that'll work.
it won't leak it. Okay.
Did you have something else to input there, Memay?
No.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm just frustrated. My nose is stuffed, and I'm upset at my lack of being able to breathe.
Oh, that is
Can be pretty frustrating.
Yeah. I'm trying not to cough too much into the microphone.
Yeah, this link should get you to everything. Like, this is where I put every recording, all the tokens, some source material. The last event we had for Eurythmic Veracity, which I should create a subfolder in there for the next one. Maybe just label them by date for now. But it's pretty much all we are is here. This is everything that I have, other than the docs, which is the experience, and the story, which I don't know if you have access to the written one either, now that I'm thinking about it, Nip.
Okay, so now shared with me. Now I'm looking at. Okay, we're definitely gonna need some folders here.
For the
I mean, it's alphabetical, so as long as you say which one.
yeah, for the maps. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just throwing stuff in there because I did have to do a lot of transferring from Astral.
Oh yeah, no, that's understandable. It's just seeing it all, and it was like, slight intimidation.
I can imagine.
But it's still appreciated.
Alright, so what's a good place to put this portal?
That's what you guys are deciding.
Yes. So, I just as close. So I don't know if we're on like a platform.
You guys are,
That's
if you're
above.
looking at, are you looking at Enter the Fissure, or did you have?
Yeah.
Do you have that?
Enter the fissure. Aha. Yes.
So the overall masses and army that are there are closer to the hole, this deep dark hole. You guys, we'll
All
start
the way to the right.
Yeah, and you guys are just below that, near the altar and trees, and the only green grass area down to the bottom right of the image. So the southeast, if you see where I'm talking about. And you're looking
Yes.
down into the fissure as it goes off to your left and wraps back around and keeps going back and forth, switchback all the way down to the lava, with a small little plateau that's probably a half level below you across to your left, which has the farmhouse where you'd first met the Drow, who had been with some gnolls attacking some corpses and other things, it looked like.
Yes.
But most of the armies currently are situated on that switchback and are not marching yet, but are ordering themselves up and amassing. And that's where you guys find yourself currently. You know that you can go to the south directly on this map, which would take you back through, if you're looking into the crevasse, the other image that I'd mentioned, back through the lunar temple, and then you can kind of make your way back up the cliff face into the spiral wood forest. And you know that I should make a overall map for this area at some point. Keep getting distracted with other things. Anyways, but you find yourselves directly facing over, straight in front of you, straight north from where your position is on the other map, is where the lava tower is, in the center of a pool of lava at that. I don't know if any of that helps, or if you guys are just more confused and have more questions.
So
Okay, go ahead.
So there are things in different colors here. Can you tell us like the variations in heights of the spaces of different color?
Yeah.
There's like a light gray, there's like a sandy color, there's like a dark gray, and there's lava.
You guys
Like,
are at
what
the
are the
highest
relative
point
heights?
at the green, and
Okay.
with it goes down a level, so we'll say about 10 feet to that light brownish sandy gray tan color, and
Okay.
up half a level to your left would be where the farmer's area is. That's mostly gone, which is that brown area, and then to your right it goes down another 10 feet steeply in before it transitions to the north of an ash, and that actually keeps sloping down towards the lava gradually, probably another 10 feet, and then there's another steep cliff stepping stone space to the right from that same platform before it goes to the ash and to the lava, to that hole in the ground.
So
on the
if
right.
water were to pour from where we are to where the black hole is, would it, like, if it didn't all go into the hole, if some of it were allowed to continue on that and fall down, would it eventually get to the ash and then the lava?
You could foresee that because there is largely cliff face around that area, and it goes all sloping mostly that way.
Okay, so I'm going to tell the group my overall plan is that not only to have water fill up the hole, which we think is the portal to hell, but I think if it hits the lava, it'll create steam. And if enough steam, gets to where the hoarding masses are, that's going to damage them because steam hurts. So not only will it obstruct their view, but it will probably also, if it gets enough, damage them. So I think we should pour it in whichever direction runs downhill that runs past the chasm or the portal to hell that we think. I don't know if you guys agree with that or not, if that sounds reasonable.
Would the steam be enough, like, damage? I thought we were trying to flood this, but do you think that's not feasible anymore?
I think eventually when the lava hardens, it will fill up, but I think it might not be enough at all, but I don't think maybe, or is there a different way that seems like we could fill this and like drown them?
I think our current plan of going to the ocean and using the water that's there.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. That's what. But like, where's that water gonna go? Is the question. Like, it's definitely gonna come into here.
I guess
Oh,
I
are
guess
you
we
saying
should
once
just.
It's full.
Like, so it's gonna pour out of the portal into this map, like into this area. Like, where
Okay,
should it?
which map
We're
are
trying to
you
figure out
on?
where to.
That was gonna be my question.
Oh, and enter the. What's the name of this?
Enter the, crap. Enter the fissure.
Yes.
Okay, so this is at the beginning, correct?
Yeah, we're at that green part.
And this is where
Oh,
you
wait,
did
no,
start.
this is the whole map. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and this is where you did start.
It looks a lot smaller in this view compared to.
Yeah.
It's very average size, thank you.
My bad. But now I realize when you're actually on the map, it's actually heck of a lot bigger. When
Well,
you actually see it, it's bigger.
well, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Oh.
like
This is
those.
what you proclaimed.
So
I guess the
Should
best
we
way
just
to scale
kill it?
yourself is to look at those little corpses off to the left that are hanging from the trees.
Oh.
Oh.
Wow.
Huh?
So
Corpse
honestly,
trees, how
should
nice.
we just fill it?
Yeah, I was gonna say, let's do it. Let's
Let's
see what
just-
happens.
Let's just make
Okay.
an ocean or a lake, and just call it what was the fish?
Yeah.
Because I know the continent's Gargant. Did we name the
Oh, no.
fisher?
We did not. It's just the fissure.
Well, we created it, so let's name it.
Best mouth.
I'm sorry, what?
I don't know.
Uh,
I just said best mouth.
Bess, Smell with a
Okay,
TH.
so
With a TH,
I
right?
mean,
Yes.
Okay.
I know we have a lot of ocean, but that is a big pit. Just saying.
So I said,
We're
let's
probably-
try it and see what happens.
You know what? We're probably gonna expand the landmass by quite a bit based on the size of that pit.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking if the water runs into the lava, if we pour it in a way that it won't just be pouring water on them, it'll also be creating steam. So it'll be like a two.
Steaming them alive.
See, I was kind of
Yeah.
thinking like aim the water at them so that it forces them into the lava.
Yeah.
I think we should just fill it.
Okay. So let's just put the plate on the side with the black hole, because that's where they're standing, right?
They are.
I
am
mean,
not
we
muted.
can.
They are
All
standing
right, so
in that ashen area, and in that
Yes.
light brown area as well to the left of that, where there's kind of that gory mass on that map.
okay, so this all runs downhill, correct?
Mhm. From the point where you guys are at.
Yes.
It starts kind of going gradually from your left, then kind of
Do
wraps
you
back
think
and
they
forth.
know how to swim?
No, I do not think they know how to swim.
Yeah, I would assume that they wouldn't, but
I mean, the biggest fear is they know how to swim, and they swim, but then again, it's a rushing current.
Yeah, and it's still gonna slow them down, which gives us time to get our shit together.
So,
Alright, so worst case scenario, we have an army to fight
while you
when they're
guys
swimming out of the
have
fissure.
been talking, the portal has collapsed again to a plate on the ground.
Mm.
So there's a plate on your side, Nep, and a plate on your side, Mime.
Okay. So I'm gonna open the portal again, but I'm gonna open it close enough to the edge that when the portal's open, it'll point out, but far enough in that the plate won't fall off the side. I want it to stay up here.
So maybe like on the altar, where there's the maple leaf,
Yeah, sure.
facing straight towards the straight north, or
Angled slightly.
to the
I want it to
west?
point towards as the middle of the horde as possible.
middle of the horde as possible. Okay. So then
She's
you would want to go.
bowling.
You would want to go northwest.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm just waiting on your cue of you guys coming back to tell me to go diving.
Yeah.
So
Okay. With that, I'm gonna pick up the plate and activate the portal.
roll sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand, 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 sleight of hand. It's a 17.
Beautiful. You're getting noticeably better at taking the plate, and it makes a full solid 6 rotations before it starts spinning quicker than the eye can hold, and you let go of it and it floats on just at the middle of the altar above your hand, and the portal forms above that, so you would have to climb on the altar to go through, you notice, but you do see the deck of Adune where you were before, or rather the cabin quarters deck of Adune.
Wait, is she seeing Nep's barrel fort?
I don't know if you took the plate back there, but if so, then yes.
I mean, Nep knows it's important, so rather keep it in hand on site rather than, oh, it got lost.
So, Kat, Hamilton, Frederick,
still riding on Mime's shoulder.
yeah, and Mime crawl through the portal into your room of... would you mind rolling... Fudge, what would you roll for... Let me see. Do you have any special skills?
Like, of what?
So it's something that I would like to point out to you is that we can
You can create any skill you'd like at any point in time, and it's customizable from D&D Beyond standpoint, but as well as this campaign. So if there's any particular skill you want to nurture, I will say that it would build off of, in this particular case, a sleight of... No, we'll go with a strength. So more of...
Athletics?
Yeah, an athletics. Whatever your bonus is for that. And then if you wanted to create a new skill, you would get a +1 in it right now for creating your fort.
Oh,
So you'd roll an athletics, and then whatever your athletics is +1 if you created a new skill. And then you would get progressively better in whatever that skill is. Just the more you use it. There's specialized skills.
I really like their layout for 5e of what skills you have. Because it does pretty much sum up everything that a character would be doing.
Except for bondage and accounting, and those are just the few that we've created.
Bondage.
Laying an
I mean,
egg.
You could
Laying an
consider
egg.
that like knot tying, and then go from knot tying to
There's more skill to it than that.
There is.
yeah. Oh, to bondage.
Uh-huh. You gotta be
Do you
gentle.
also have a safe word?
Pineapple.
Oh, I was more of a periwinkle type of guy, but
Yeah, because if you open the door to pineapple, you might land yourself into a pen-apple. Pen-apple.
yeah. And then now the food is dead. and
Never
might as well
escape.
I can't tell you how many times that song has been stuck in my head in the past couple weeks.
I don't want to ask.
Pee-pee, yippee.
Too many.
So, you guys are inside of
Anyway.
Nip's barrel fort, which
Fort.
if you want to roll...
It's just
an
been
athletics-
a lot of pushing, and he's just sitting there breathless, maybe looking at it, his jug of salt water, a little depressed.
Now that we're all through the portal, I'm actually going to go to the deck and wait for this to happen, because I am worried that... I don't know. I'm worried something's going to happen to Dune, and I want to be on the deck in case anything happens.
Alright. So, now that you guys are here, I'm guessing it's my time.
Yes.
Alright.
So I'm gonna hand the plate to you. You can do a test run if you want, to make sure.
Yeah, I'll give my
It
best
worked.
shot of doing the finger swirls. Doing, like, mimicking Memay.
You approach the portal that is still open currently, and you're staring at it.
How do I make it close?
You don't. We've
Talk
waited.
about your fantasy
No.
football league.
No, there's something where you have to like try to grab. You try to grab the side of it, right? So if you'll find that there is an edge to the portal, that it'll feel like a plate, and if you grab it, it should close.
Okay. I guess I'll attempt to grab it.
You feel the edge of the portal, and it does feel oddly as if on your hand that as you're touching it, the plate it is still there and it's still brushing across your palm. So you close your hand on it, and it feels as if you just stopped the spinning plate, and in your hand is the plate grasped on the edge.
Okay. And then I'll... Oh, I feel... Net feels like it's gonna cut off his hand, okay? He's kind of, like, freaked out. You know, just the fear of, oh, the portal's closing, my hand is still in there. You know, like a finger trap, I guess.
A deadly finger trap.
Except for it's your entire hand. And he needs both hands for his music playing. But it closed without hurting him, so he's not as afraid.
And you wander out on deck.
Well, I was still gonna attempt to open it to make sure I could get it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sleight
Sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand.
18.
Oh,
14.
Yeah. Let's use that first one.
I don't know what that was. That for trying to close it, I'm guessing.
Well, I rolled it prematurely. The 18 prematurely, and that's when he said, "Oh wait, no, you need to close it first." And I was like, "Oh, okay."
I gotcha. So you take it and you spin it on your hand expertly, and you say, feel this is easier than playing one of your instruments because it just starts spinning. You see it form into a sphere-like shape before the edges meld away, and you start to see the portal in front of you facing into the fissure.
There we go, Josh. Object spinning. I'll add that as a skill.
Sure.
Maybe be a mix of performance and sleight of hand.
Yeah, absolutely. It would be right now. You could add it as a +1 to the, so whatever your plus already was, then add one more to it. I was
okay. +1 from what? Like
doing it and creating
okay,
this and creating the skill.
Get a +1 from it.
No, so it would be in addition to the sleight of hand ability that you already have. You have a +4 in sleight of hand, it looks like. So now it would be a +5 total for.
So am I full
objects.
proficient or Jack of Trades proficient?
+5, whatever that gets you.
Okay. No. So am I proficient?
Oh yeah, I would say.
Okay. Well, so Jack of all trades would say, like, if I'm not proficient, I gain half of my proficiency bonus in it.
Oh, if you're not proficient, I understood what you finally
so for
said.
example, I'm not proficient in sleight of hand, but because of Jack of all trades, I gain half of my proficiency bonus rounded down. So right now I get a +1.
No, you should still get a +2
Okay.
because rounded down from 2 is 2.
+1 proficiency and then plus my dexterity. Dex base. Would it be misc bonus? Yeah.
It says here that it's a +4. Your sleight of hand.
Yes. So okay. What I'm saying is, so my dexterity is +3, and then my proficiency bonus is only +3. So if I was proficient, it'd be +6. But because I'm not proficient, Jack of all trades says like half of your proficiency bonus rounded down. So half of 3 is 1.5. Rounded down is 1. So it's my dex bonus plus my Jack of all trades.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
This is all just like, am I proficient or not?
Gotcha.
So in this case, if I'm proficient in it, it'd be +3.
I get
plus
you.
my dex of +3, and then you said +1, a bonus +1.
Yeah, so that was the additional for doing it. This in creating the skill. So that's these skills are generally very specific, so you can only use them at certain times. So I let them be very.
Well, I will try to abuse this of like party tricks.
Go for it. Exactly. That's what these.
I'll
things
show you
are
a
for.
magic trick.
I wish I had the invisibility spell to make kids go ooh and disappear.
Kids specifically, something we need to know about Nep. Anyways, you go out on the deck.
Well, he likes amazing people and
I understand.
And
parties. Yeah, I'm going
eating
to the
children.
deck. Eating children. Wow. Okay. All right. So, anybody here to see Nep off?
I think Cat's
before
on
he
the
does
deck
a dive?
and is looking at the captain's spot.
Okay.
I don't
Well,
know if anyone
Nep
else
will
was going
do,
to the deck, but I looked like Hamilton was moving that way.
I begawk
Trying to.
in your direction.
I got you. I got you, bud.
Nep gives a good
Right.
old 07 and dive off. And sweet. I guess the first thing I should do is perception. See what I see.
And an acrobatics check for how you stuck the landing.
Oh. Into the ocean?
Yeah. So you jumped from the deck, right? That's an
Yeah,
acrobatics.
we need to know if you made a clean swan dive or belly flopped.
and it looks like you did a half backflip and did a
I
not
was
not a
just
full.
gonna do the basic, like, I guess go backwards to make sure I don't go forwards and hit the boat.
You
And-
should try to do that like one-handed like launch that like divers do.
Nep ain't that cool. He's just trying to get into the water.
And the small satire that is Nep, you see Hamilton as you're exiting the cabin quarters. You see just Deuce out backwards off the side of the deck, and you hear
really,
a solid.
it's just like hope, like saluting, walking backwards. Like, I'll see you guys again.
And you hear a solid of. Oh, he probably should have gone more with his feet than his ass. It sounds like.
You know, I realized I probably should have put my equipment on the boat so it doesn't really get wet, but too late.
Oh man! Of course, every time I want something to be okay. So I was just gonna say you felt a nice smack on the booty as you hit the water, so you took 1 damage there.
Oh, only one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I rolled a
Little
d4
bit.
to see what would happen, and I was like, I got a 4, and I was like, no, it wasn't that bad.
The ocean was like, "Bring that ass here, boy."
Yeah, it was.
Making sweet love with the water, and the water is fucking me.
You
Neptune clapping them cheeks.
I don't know
The
if
only thing
anyone
I'm fucking is retarded.
is.
The only thing fucking me is life.
That one's good. I like that one.
I don't know if anyone else has made it out to the deck, but Hamilton, you're kind of peering over the rail, I'm guessing, and see
Yeah.
Nep
Okay.
looking
So what
around.
about-
And Nep, you feel the warmth of the waves that are just gentle lapping up against you, and you look down into clear water that seems to go on endlessly, apparently, before there's some sort of glassy sheen. You can't tell how far down because you're looking through water, and it doesn't give you quite the appropriate depth perception, you know what I mean, where it looks
Yeah.
askew. You can't tell how far down that glassy bottom goes.
Well, I'll continue swimming
Under the waves and under the ship, or
under the sea.
under the sea,
Under
the sea.
Thank you. I triggered it.
to the bottom, or as far as you can go. You swim, and it seems to be a solid right at the mid deck where you were. These descriptors, man, at the middle of the boat of Adune, you swim straight down, and you get a solid 10 feet down, and you can see that's just about where her. Help me with ship
Anchor?
terms. No, the center
Aft.
Rudder?
keel. Isn't it the keel, the thing that runs the whole length of the boat?
Yeah, babe, help out.
We need Gab's like
What?
list of like boat terms.
Keel
He's swimming
sounds
under
right.
the
I'll
boat.
buy
What does he
keel.
see?
I can't hear you. What?
The keel.
No, you're not muted. There's too many people talking.
Oh, sorry.
Isn't the keel the thing that runs the whole length of the boat? What is that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you see the keel resting upon a solid surface, and you touch it, but you can't really see it, whatever that solid surface is. Oddly, you can feel it, and it feels as strong as steel and almost as cold as such. But you are certainly at the bottom by about 10 feet.
It's only 10 feet deep.
At the point where the ship is
Oh,
beached.
anchor.
There is no anchor out you can see under the water currently either.
I'm just gonna have to pray. Swim away to a deeper portion.
It does seem to get a little bit deeper in this direction.
Wait,
but
did
not
you
much.
tie yourself off before you decided to empty an ocean into a crevasse?
No, I did not. I didn't have rope on me.
Swim fast.
It was nice knowing you. Bye.
I mean, he'll just be in the other place we're supposed to be.
I may
It's
be
fine.
fast, but the water sucking portal is faster.
Maybe you should have made swimming
This
that
be
new
true.
skill.
My
Am I on-
swimming is at 40 feet per second.
Am I-
Or not per second. Wow.
Am I on the ship?
You are on the ship. You are still in the cabin area, as to what I understand. You have not exited the cabins.
Man, what happened to my rope?
Well, I'm only 10 feet deep, so it's not like I can't just
So-
come back up.
Yeah, you swim straight back up, and you see Hamilton Nep pop his head up for a gasp of air.
I can breathe underwater.
Oh, I forgot about that fact.
He still gasps just because he doesn't want us to
Just
know
for
that fact.
dramatic.
Reaction.
Yeah. Swivels his horned head back and forth to get the water wicking and the glistening of his brilliant horns.
Ping.
Got some rope.
I don't know what
Uh,
that means.
Look
Yes.
around the deck real confused, like I'm just searching for rope, and I find just a pile of rope sitting next to one of the cannons.
How long is it?
It seems like a substantial amount of rope. Like we're talking like the
Doesn't-
coils of rope that almost look like a barrel sitting there.
Doesn't a boat have an anchor?
It's not a
Okay.
boat, it's a ship.
Indeed.
Get it
So-
right.
You wanna toss me this rope and then I'll tie it to myself and you tie it to a mast, and so I can't just be swept away.
Sounds good.
I'll just keep going until the rope is taut.
We'll toss one end over.
What is the definitional difference between a boat and a ship? Is it just size?
What about
Oh,
a spaceship?
sure.
I was gonna say, is there a space boat? I want a
I
space
watched
boat.
Treasure Planet last night, so yes.
All right.
So roll a dexterity check to see if you can grab the rope. Because it is being thrown overboard to you a solid 15 feet into the water.
17.
It lands in between your horns.
Oh, sweet. Yeah. I will see to. I guess around the waist is fine, right?
Yeah.
All right. What do I need to roll?
Sleight of hand.
All right. Should I shout like pineapple or something midway through? That's sick.
For a 6. So you tie it around yourself, and it seems to be holding.
If only Warren was here. He has a skill in bondage.
So, can I roll a perception to see if I can tell how well he tied that from up here?
Yeah. Did you want to roll a sleight of hand to see if you've tied it onto the mast?
I haven't made it that far. Oh,
Okay, that works. So you look over the edge of the ship, and you look like you see a thumbs up from Nep. You assume he did what he was supposed to do.
No.
Okay. Good luck, my friend. And I'll grab the other end of the rope. I'll bring it over to the back mast here.
Guess I'm swimming.
And sleight of hand for tying.
Mm-hmm. Unless you
Yeah,
had
go
another
ahead.
skill for that, which I can't remember at this point. I don't think so.
What I just assumed, because that's what you had him. What you
Yeah,
had Nep roll for his tying.
yeah. I just didn't think
Okay.
Hamilton had anything specific either at this point. I was remembering. Anywho,
No.
Come on, someone else should pick up the proficiency of bondage.
in this particular case, it would be something along the lines of
I mean, if Nep can use it as a
Seamanship.
party trick.
Seamanship.
If anyone is proficient in that, Hamilton is.
yes, yes, he is.
Ew, ew.
So you have rolled a 17, and you lean back. You put your foot on the on the mast and you pull on it, you're sure that this is going to hold.
Walk back over to the edge, giving up the big thumbs up.
You go to look
All
over
right.
the edge, and there's just a dangling piece of rope in the water.
Who needs rope?
We don't need rope where we're going.
See you guys on the other side. All right. Surfing the USA is playing right now. I'm going diving.
What's the USA?
Aruba.
Nobody knows.
Oh, that's a better song. Never mind. You're right.
So, whereabouts are you swimming to?
Probably. Oh yeah, I could ping. Deeper. Going to deeper waters.
Okay.
Arr!
You gonna
I
move?
think it's a portal.
Gonna move your guy over?
It's an average size portal.
How'd you get back on the
Well-
boat?
Well-
You moved me.
I
have
didn't.
not moved.
Depending on how
This
much.
direction? Oh, I must have clicked on you and then you accidentally. I was messing with my arrow keys. Apologies.
Oh, okay.
Depending on how deep you put it, it depends on how much water pressure you get on the other end.
I'm going into the void.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'm trying to get as deep as possible.
It is not the
You know.
void, but as you're swimming in this direction, you do notice out where the horizon should be another glassy sheen farther out, but you do see that this seems to be one of the darker points, although over yonder you swim towards the darkest point, kind of center mass of the ship along the back
Can-
end of the rudder towards the along the keel.
Can I check my rope? Make sure it's
It-
properly tied.
It is still attached, and it
Okay.
is still on you.
All right, that's good enough. I'm going for the dip.
Go ahead.
Down
and
to the drip with the.
swim down to the bottom. You notice this is at least 20 feet deep here.
Only 20 feet? You know what? Can I, like, stand on the bottom and just, like, continue walking down? Like,
This is the lowest point of where you can see that the water goes.
only 20 feet deep.
Hmm.
How does the boat move through?
It has a draft less than 20 feet.
It does
You
not.
see, you're
doesn't
using
move.
these boat terms, and I do not understand any of them.
Draft is how
Technically,
far
we're
down
in a
boat
glass
sits.
bottle that's in my backpack. There's a huge paradox and like wormhole going on here. Yeah, the boat's not actually in the ocean.
Yeah, it just
Why don't you just take me to the actual ocean?
we don't have
'Cause we
that ability.
Yeah, we can't access that. We can just access where the boat is, and right now the
You
boat's in a bottle.
Should
Like
Alright.
Black
have
Girl.
in
Wait,
a handout
Can you open this bottle?
under Alalopolis a map of Gargant, which
Yeah,
is
I've seen that.
Gargantium country, and you guys are in the center currently of Gargantium.
You said Morganthian country?
Gargantium
Oh.
country.
Can you open the bottle?
Oh, okay, so we're landlocked currently. And it would take us a
I
long
don't-
time to get to the water.
I don't know, but I don't want to open the bottle.
Well,
Because Adune's happy there, and I don't want to ruin Adune's
guess,
happiness.
my idea was we could just stick a gold coin in the bottle, and then we would be rich forever.
Oh,
This will have to do, right? I'll do the
all
little
we can
finger-
do. So yeah.
I'll do my little finger trick.
All right,
Oh well.
with your new
I would-
skill, a natural 20.
Ah!
Perfect.
Man, this water's gonna be really big molecularly.
Molecularly.
So, on top of that, as you're watching it spin up, you start to swim away. And could you roll me a
Oh no.
I saw this
athletics?
Athletics? Oh no. Yeah. Oh. The good old +0.
Yeah, you'll
Okay.
be fine.
What is it?
16.
Okay.
See, I told you, you'll be fine.
You start swimming away admirably as the portal starts to form behind you. You see, and you feel a tug on your swimming ability, but your instincts kick in and you start swimming faster. And then you get caught up in the rope as you're swimming towards the ship. Roll a dexterity saving throw. Because you're swimming towards the rope right now. 20.
That
Perfect.
is true. It's not gonna really save me.
And you quickly realize that this is doing more harm than good, and look at your shoddily tied knot and untie yourself, swimming quickly as fast as you can towards the boat, or ship, correction, Adune, and get back to here as the water starts leaving, and you start being able to stand up in it right around as you're getting around the edge of the rear of the ship.
So I think this is harming Adune most of all. Now it's just gonna be a beached boat. Beached ship.
And you see around you the glass exposed, more so especially up towards the north or towards the
Is it
front.
achieving our objective though?
Does a ship really need water to be happy? Tis be the question.
I feel perfectly fine, honestly. It's a little heavier than I normally would, but sometimes you put on a couple pounds, it's all right.
I can cast a create water spell. It's just not like infinite amounts of water.
I can also, and yeah, it's still not infinite. I have,
Like I said,
it
just
might be
open the
enough
bottle
to
and
keep-
put more water in the bottle when we're in the big
Empty
swirl.
your jug.
With the
You can
power
fill it
of
with whiskey.
family, we can do this.
And then your boat would be drunk all the time.
So could we just get out of the bottle and start pouring more water in?
So
Oh my God,
that?
we've ripped
can't.
we've ripped a hole in the time space continuum.
Well, we can't because the portal that we would use to get out is the one that's letting all the water out right now.
That is
So unless
true.
we just like followed the portal,
Okay, so what
then
if
we
we just
would-
go drown Adune?
Wouldn't it be completely dark in this bottle if it's in your backpack?
listen, it's magical. I don't ask
The magic bottles.
some answers I don't want to know.
Okay.
So
Like,
at
what
this
happens
point,
if you start
Frederick
pouring water into a bottle that has a portal that's pouring water into the real world?
and Memay have exited the cabin ship to be having some of these discussions over the side of the ship. It would
Now
appear,
seeing that's just
seeing Nep there standing in
at the
mostly
beach.
mostly sand and no water.
So
In sand.
all of this is, it's not pinging.
You gotta hold it. There you go.
Yeah, I was holding. All of this is just sand now, right?
Yep, for the most part. Yep.
Oh,
There's some little lower points that didn't really trickle down to the portal, if you catch my meaning.
Nep will shed a tear and pour out his salt water.
Which is how many
It's-
gallons?
12 gallons.
Oh, okay. It gushes forth from the jug, and as the last bits are dribbling, it starts to form a trail down to the portal, working its way
It's
there slowly.
sad to see the ocean go. Alright. We probably need a way to get to the actual ocean, though, because this isn't going to fill up much.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah, pretty much.
See what happens if you.
Will Nep survive his intense journey?
Oh, to the ocean? Nep's going alone? Alright.
Or if
Oh.
And will the rest break the space-time continuum? Next time on Dragon Ball.
We
Okay,
fucked
so
it up.
I think it's mostly like, hey, Chief, there's not enough water. This surely
Ooh.
is enough water to fill the hole.
5, 10,
Okay.
Well, the question I have,
16,
is it being sized up to what this amount of water in the real world would be?
We're gonna find out.
And can I ride out the portal like a water slide?
So, I mean, you would be dropped into hordes of amassing enemies, but sure.
Leroy Jenkins!
Pack your sunscreen.
That floats your boat. I mean, I'm not going to stop you.
I mean, Neff will probably talk his way out of it. If need be. Alright.
Yeah,
so
it's that
before
time.
calling it here then.
Yep,
Wow.
I'd
That
say
was
so.
fun.
With a 5.
Yeah, that was a different turn of events there, guys. I was not expecting.
Surprise!
What were you
Unpredictable.
expecting?
Gotcha, bitch.
Oh, I have no idea.
Fighting the army?
That was at least, I was just doing some math while you guys were talking too. That was at least somewhere in the realm of 562,500 cubic feet of water. I don't know how much that would actually translate to in gallons, so
Here.
I'm
So
getting
it-
there.
Google.
Yeah, I was getting to that point.
562,000?
Yeah.
Cubic feet.
So it does translate in the real world.
That is 4,204,051.95 gallons.
There you go.
That doesn't fill the chasm? That
I
doesn't do...
So,
I don't know. I guess we'll find
Let's
out.
see how big the Grand
Nobody knows.
Mommy,
Because
what
I
if
know
I
that,
told
like,
you I
Olympic...
had... Sorry.
No, it's okay.
The
Let's see, what if
value-
I told you I had a model of a Dune sitting on my shelf?
Okay, so Josh.
I would be very
is
excited
the
about that. If they're...
chasm of Gargant, or the Fissure, smaller or bigger than the Grand Canyon?
So there's 660,000 gallons in an Olympic-sized swimming pool.
600?
Okay, but Josh,
That has nothing to
please
do with the
answer
Grand
this
Canyon.
question. How big is the Fissure compared to the Grand Canyon?
I haven't done that math yet.
How big
Holy
is the Fissure?
bollocks.
Because
Apparently,
the Grand Canyon is 5.45 trillion cubic yards.
yeah, I seen,
Yards.
Oh wow, so it's 3 times, yeah.
I seen
Yeah, but to
Two
be fair,
quad-
we only need to fill it up like 5 feet.
the
And
amount.
there's already
Are you
lava
sure
in
only
there.
5 feet?
Has anyone seen the Grand Canyon?
Yeah.
No, I have not.
I haven't seen it in person, but I've seen it in pictures, and I understand that there was a very, very, very small amount of water that actually is even really visible. But
Yeah, at the very bottom.
there is that amounts to about 2 quadrillion gallons.
Yeah, the Grand
the water in the
Canyon
bottom?
also
Yeah.
is very, very long, right? Like
Yeah.
it stretches all
Yeah.
the way across like Arizona.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
Um,
why I was asking a comparison.
That's why it's called the Grand Canyon.
I would
not
have.
just a
Yeah,
canyon.
so just
It's
because
grand.
it's wide doesn't mean like I don't think the fissure's that long. It might be as wide as the Grand Canyon, as deep, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it stretches like for miles and miles and miles.
Yeah, that's where I'll have to do some math, but I'll get back to you.
Okay. Because it's just trying to, like, see if we have enough, or even if we have remotely enough. Just the math nerd bit.
Yeah, there's
No, that's fair.
definitely something to figure
We
out.
may need to go to the ocean, though.
I got a question.
Yeah, shoot.
Is the ship in the bottle? Are we actually in that on that ship in that bottle, or is this just a pocket dimension that is represented by that ship?
So far as you know, you are actually in the bottle because there was warning made. Well, actually, you don't know, but Memay knows that there was warning made of don't break the bottle.
Oh.
Don't rock the boat. Don't break the bottle. Got it. I
We
mean,
didn't
don't rock
break the
ship.
bottle though.
Correct. I was
Okay.
saying that was just a warning from the hermit in the mountains.
The giver of the bottle.
Yeah, exactly.
How do you spell a Dune?
It's actually Elvish, like in the
I think it's technically Lord of the Rings Elvish. So it's got some accents in there. I'll send it in chat here in a second.
Okay.
But it means
Well, good
sunrise.
session, guys.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome session, guys.
I'm a fan.
What's
I,
going on?
however,
See, we can actually be a good campaign. We don't have to murder everything.
we are in the good campaign.
Yeah. I was just stating we actually could be a good campaign.
We could be
Oh, and more than
behave.
name only.
If
Yeah.
you get
don't
your
have to
idea
kill
back,
lizard
folk.
you should
Be-
you should really see what we do in the evil campaign.
I am hearing enough from Chauvin himself.
Well, I'll let you. You better get running there before we chat
Yeah, I
around
have
some
a-
more.
Puppy dog that wants to go out.
Yep.
Alrighty, good session. See you guys next time.
Nice.
See you next time.
Bye.
A grand and wonderful thank you for those who took the time and made it here, to the end of the episode, where I know sometimes we are long-winded and others we are just dead silent. I don't know what to tell you. This is raw here, folks. Please remember to like and subscribe, and you can help support us just by listening. But you can also provide even more support, if you like, by going to Anchor FM page and following the support link there. If you do so, I will personally work in an NPC or an idea, whatever you'd like to hear played out. If you want, you can get a hold of us through one of our many options, including voice messages on Anchor FM, or DM to our Twitter, or any other social media that you can find us, YouTube, etc. You can share your ideas, otherwise listen for the shout out and thank you for making it through.